guitar performance of all time.
Yeah.
Every time I play poker live and there's a girl with big boobs and sits at the table, I dump all my money to her. And it's like, that's not why I'm there.
Yeah, you're not there to support
I'm there
her.
trying to win money.
But
she gets me every time.
Gets you every
So
time.
I'm like, well, maybe if I lose this pot to her, like, she'll like me. No,
but
she's using those as weapons.
But you're also a married man.
Don't bring that up.
Okay.
God dang.
Sorry.
Kill.
Oh.
God dang.
The stream is back on.
We're up.
Oh, cool.
Okay, great.
Only 9 hours late.
Now I have to be here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Damn it.
Damn it.
Yeah, I don't feel good. Sorry, I have the flu.
Might be a short stream today.
But I'm here.
Someone please help me to understand this.
All right, so this woman is asking the question.
Yeah.
Why is it so difficult for a man to give the woman not only money that has kids, but give the kids some money?
What?
So if you're going to date a single mom that has kids, why is it difficult for a man to throw some money the kid's way also? Because
why would he do that?
If you love her, then you would love everything about her.
Someone please help me to understand this. Why is it hard for men to date women with kids? And when they do, why can't just help out? I mean, you are in love with this person or you care about this person. Don't you care about their kids as well? You could at least give them a couple of dollars. I mean, the kids do need things that you can help out with the mother. What's the big deal? It's not being a simp. It's being a man.
All right. So, because there's this thing about men being simps.
Oh, okay.
And so men are simps for women.
Sure.
And I kind of believe that all men are simps.
We can be.
I think the majority of men, maybe you got a certain percentage of men that aren't simps, but I would say the majority of men have simped, are currently simping, or are future simps. It's just the way it goes. Even in the,
and I don't think that's even a bad thing.
No, because even in the animal kingdom,
yeah,
they simp after women.
Right.
They have to bring them gifts. They have to do dances. They have to do like a song and dance to get a woman interested.
Mm-hmm.
So there's simps in the animal kingdom too.
I get when you're younger, maybe like the simp doesn't really come out in you because it's just you're a young male and that's not how it's supposed to be. But I think, yeah, the older, when you become like a mature man, yeah, you're probably going to simp a little bit.
Well, and is it too bad? Let's say you date a woman with kids. Can't you help out her kids a little bit? Throw some money their way?
Yeah. I mean, I it's not
or is
crazy,
is that being a simp?
I don't know. I really don't.
Let's go to Nard. You usually have a rude
Nard
reaction.
would never do this.
No, it depends on how long you've been talking, I guess. Like, I'm not doing it right out of the gate. Like,
I don't think you're doing it ever.
Yeah, eventually.
If the woman's hot enough.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, for sure.
If she has big boobs.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
If she has big boobs, how fast are you giving those kids money?
Within the first, month, maybe.
I mean, I do think if a girl's boobs are big enough, I could forget my kids in general.
Well, you could. Yeah, but do you think if a girl's boobs...
What?
That wasn't even the question.
I know. Oh. You're just automatically forgetting about your kids.
He's like, man, if a woman's
but it's about
boobs
her
are
kids.
big enough...
Are you going to give her money to her
No,
kids?
he's already forgotten about his own
kids. Do I have? What kids?
I know.
I don't even have
You just
children.
adopted new kids.
I don't even have children. I thought, my bad.
What's up, Zach?
Sorry about that.
Hey, guys. Yeah, listen, I agree. I think all men are simps too, man. Like, we all simp for women. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. Like, you're talking about taking care of another woman's kids. Yeah, that's simping. So what? Like, getting married is simping by definition. Like, all men do it.
Oh, I don't like how that's said.
I mean, I think it's what
simping?
makes us masculine. It's what makes us men, you know?
You think simping is what makes us masculine?
I mean, by definition, if you're a man and you're in a relationship with a woman, you are a simp.
Damn.
So,
I
yeah.
like hot takes.
So if you're in a relationship, whether it's dating or married, if you're in a relationship, you're a simp.
Yeah.
I mean,
What else is it?
Well, and you're saying that being a simp is masculine.
It's what defines us as men. Like, I mean, in my opinion, a man is only a man in relation to a woman. And if you're in a relationship with a woman, you are simping. That's it.
I've never heard the term simping ain't easy.
yeah, I mean, I've heard it.
I
She
mean,
never
listen,
said
I
it.
laugh when I hear other guys make fun of men for being simps. Like, I just laugh at them, man. Like, it's hilarious. All men are simps. I'm proud of it.
Because you're a proud simp.
I do whatever my wife asks me to
respect that.
do. That's it.
Isn't that just being a good guy? How did it get to?
Yeah, I think it's just
Yeah.
another term for
It's
yeah.
unfortunate
It is.
that being a good guy and being kind and generous for your wife is now considered simping when before it used to just be, oh, he's a good guy.
Well,
But now
yeah.
all of a sudden, now
Right.
you're a simp.
Well, it's a way to make fun of it. You know.
Yeah, it's all these douchebags out here that are narcissists that are just like, I don't do anything for anybody else. It's like, it's stupid. Like, you're not going to be happy, man. Like, if my wife isn't happy, I'm not happy. Like, that's just the reality of the situation.
Damn, think about that. I wonder how many dudes are driving to work today and they're like, I had no idea I was a simp.
Yeah, what?
I thought I was a
just thought I
married
was a
man.
good husband. Yeah. Turns out I'm a simp.
I mean-
They're okay with it though because they're married. Like if you're
Yeah, maybe-
married, I would agree with the statement of if you're married, you're a simp. I mean, you got married.
Yep.
Did you want to get married?
Right.
I mean, maybe but you probably didn't care. You got married because why? Because the woman wanted to get married, right?
Yeah.
So in a sense, you're already simping by getting married,
Exactly.
right?
And like, yeah, I guess women do it too, maybe, but like, only if the guy's like rich or he's got status or something.
Yeah, it doesn't. Their simping doesn't feel genuine.
No, it's not. Yeah, that's the thing. It's like if you're chasing some rich dude, you're not really. So you don't care if he's happy or not. You're not actually doing anything to make him happy.
That is hot though when women simp for their dude.
Oh my God, it's the hottest thing in the world.
Yeah, that's badass.
the
Yeah.
She's like, I'm simping for my man.
Oh my God, that's when guys turn into girls though, because they'll be like, "Why does she simp for him?" And it's like, "Oh, what are you like a hating housewife? Shut the hell up."
Are there any dudes out there that you simp for your wife? 1-855-FU Billy. Nard, what's the most simp thing you've ever done?
Hmm.
I mean, I basically gave her my whole checking account, paychecks.
Yeah, that's simping
Yeah, and
for sure.
I don't
He
argue.
disassociated
You
from
don't
his
argue?
own family.
Yeah,
Well, I got one. He left his career.
yeah.
You know what I mean? Turned his back on us. That was simping for his
Stabbed
wife.
us in the back.
Yeah. I mean, I don't think I've ever seen a bigger simp move in my life.
No, stabbing another man in the back is real simp.
Yeah, especially guys that were there
for a
before
woman.
the wife.
Yeah.
You
Now,
know?
Zach, what are some ways
Turned
that
out she was evil.
what are some ways that are you simp? Well, I mean, she's honestly doing much better now.
I don't care. She's still evil.
I mean, I take my wife out at least once a week. I think the weekly date thing is really important, in a marriage and any relationship, honestly. But I do the chores around the house. I do the little stuff that she hates to do. I make sure
Gotcha.
she doesn't ever have to do it.
I saw this guy. He, it's how we always talk about, if you're a man, be a nice guy and go put gas in your wife's car.
Simping.
Always.
Yeah,
Always
and that's this
yeah.
guy's like, I'll never do that because that's simp.
Well, it depends. Does she cook you dinner?
Usually,
Does she
Yeah.
do stuff for you?
I
And
don't
if
know.
she does, then okay. If your wife does stuff for you, then yeah, go put gas in her car.
Do women want men that simp?
Oh man, that one's gonna be tough.
Yeah, that's the one thing. Do women want men?
Because women are so weird that like I can see women being like, I hate when he goes and puts gas in my car. It's like I can do it myself. I don't need you.
I say it depends on their
Like,
mood.
I'll
Women don't
stop
ever know
being
what they
nice.
want.
They don't.
This woman says
Shut up.
100%. If we like you, we want you to simp for us.
If we
There you
don't
go.
like you, don't simp for
And they
us.
hate every
It's
guy.
this woman says that is super attractive when my man simps for me.
Oh, wow.
Yes, bring on the simps.
Who would have thought? I mean, I guess a woman's not gonna say otherwise.
When I like a guy and I truly love him,
Yeah.
and they show their sweet, vulnerable side with me and simp for me, I love it.
Mm.
Yes, but privately, simp for me privately.
Like it's not like you know how the wife was. You ever? It's an old movie, but you ever see the movie 300 with like Leonidas and you know what I mean? That movie. You remember the wife in that movie? Like if that guy would have been a simp, his wife would have just roasted him, right? Like that dude couldn't be a little bitch. She didn't want no simp. She wanted a man, and she wanted a man that was gonna like give her a man's son. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
I mean, I know he like respected his wife, but like he still needed to be like, "Rrr."
Well, this woman says he must be attractive, and if he simps for me, that's hot. Otherwise, if he's not that attractive, it's annoying.
Mm.
Yes, for them to be vulnerable and show tenderness, even cry a little bit, is hot to me. I like simps.
Yeah.
This woman says she only dates men that are simps.
I used to watch my favorite show used to be the Kevin Spacey political show on Netflix.
The
House of Cards. And that wife, I know he was gay even on that show, but the wife, the one thing that she hated was when her husband apologized to her. It's like, don't apologize to me.
She was turned off by that.
Yeah, so that's an example of a girl that would be, turned off by a simp.
What's up, Leo?
What's up? How you doing?
Good.
Every morning.
All right, we appreciate it. I don't feel well today, so I apologize, but I'm still here.
Oh no, you're good. You're good. But on the simping, I wouldn't say it, I guess, but if you really love your girl, I guess you're gonna do whatever she wants.
Yeah.
I don't see.
What's the most simp
nothing
stuff?
wrong with
What kind of simp energy do you bring to your relationship?
My girl makes me go places that I hate going.
Yeah.
But I don't think simping is an issue when it's like your spouse, like your wife. I think the simping is weird when it's like for the Twin Peaks girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I wouldn't do that.
Or it's for,
they don't do much for
the
you.
beer and all girl.
Yeah,
Like
no.
when you're simping for those, it's like, what are you doing, brother? Like you're simping
Or
for a
OnlyFans girl.
you're simping for a stripper?
Well, thank you.
Like that's crazy.
Appreciate it.
I
Leo.
get simping for your wife or longtime girlfriend. Like I think we're supposed to. Like what are we, monsters?
Well, this woman.
No, go get your
states-
own gas, bitch.
This woman states that she reveals that girls
That
are
was not gonna go
actually
good.
attracted to men who simp.
Mm.
What's up, the delivery guy?
Good morning, gentlemen.
Yo.
What's up? So Zach says he likes to simp for his woman. He's a
Well, my question.
I was just gonna say, like he enjoys simping for his woman. What's your question?
My question is, what's the difference between labeling something that you do for your woman as opposed to simping? I think I think when you label that you do something courteous, you pump the gas, you open the door you do something nice for your significant other. Why?
Yeah, well, it says here, forget bad boys. Now every woman wants a simp. Every woman wants that. They want the man that simps after them. Openly romantic men.
Newsflash, women want everything. They want the bad boy, they want the gentleman, they want the guy who provides, they want the guy. Women want what they want. It's like you said earlier. Hey, in the animal kingdom, the male's going to do whatever he has to do to get in there. And men in general, we spend 9 months getting out and the rest of our lives trying to get back in.
Yeah, that's true.
Yep.
All right, well, thank you, sir. Chicken Joe.
Yeah, that's the old school country thing, man.
What's up, Chicken Joe? Are you a big simp?
Rock. Yeah, I'm a big simp
Yeah, he is.
for my wife only.
What?
I wash the dishes for her because she hates washing dishes. I work on the cars, because I can, and I'd rather do that
Damn.
myself. But it's only for her. Like,
Imagine a
we
guy
were
being
talking
like,
about
I hate mowing the lawn. And so the wife's like, you know what? I'll do it. That's
Hey,
what
you
I
know
hear
what?
when
She
you're
actually
like, man, my
will.
wife just hates doing the dishes. And I'm like, oh, yeah, well, I hate paying rent. You know?
So she sat up there with my wife, and we were talking about that the other day, how, like, I will go above and beyond just for her and for no one else. One time she was on a medication that wouldn't allow her to reach the big O. I went downtown for 2 hours trying to help her reach that big O.
Damn.
I'm not doing that for anybody
Jeez,
else.
2 hours. And you lived to tell about it?
Oh, you
I
should have
live
just
to
tapped
tell
out.
Oh, man.
That's crazy.
He had to look. You ever see
2
those people?
hours?
You ever see that
Nope.
person that drank like Kool-Aid like for a day
Yes.
straight?
Yeah.
Right.
And it
his
was
whole
all,
mouth
yeah, they
is
had
red.
the upper lip stain.
Yeah, that had to be Chicken Joe.
Oh, man.
Like, what's on your shirt?
What's up, Ian? Thank you, Chicken Joe. So they're
That's
saying
insane, Chicken Joe.
that all
Hey,
men
this
are
is gonna be hard to
simps.
follow up with listening to all these guys, but I tell you what, man, I've been a simp, I guess you could call it, for 35 years. That's how long I've been married. And what we always just used to call it, though, is you're being a man. You're manning
Uh-huh.
up. You know,
That's what
you're
I'm saying.
taking
like
care
it.
of
It
those
is.
things that your
I mean,
wife
that's what
needs.
Zach
You're
was
just
saying.
being with a man. Yeah. There's nothing wrong with it when
You're
it's
just
your
being a
wife.
man.
I just think it's weird when it's, like I said, like the Twin Peaks girls, those girls.
That's super weird.
Because, like, guys simp for those girls, and it's like, bro, what are you doing? Like, that's not even
I
your
mean,
girl.
What do you? How is Nard saying that's weird? Do you remember when he went to the strip club and gave all his money to one stripper?
That was one. Yes,
Yeah.
he was a young man.
yeah,
It was a
Wasn't that
girl.
young. He was like 40.
It was a girl with a giant. I mean, I'm talking about huge Rough Riders tattoo in the middle of her chest.
He was in
so
love.
I mean, I'm
sexy.
talking about the thing was like, I don't know, had to be 11 inches.
Yeah,
It was the biggest Rough Rider tattoo I'd ever seen in my life.
That's hilarious.
Oh, she was
it
disgusting.
was the greatest 2 hours.
What? Girl's
Couple
gross.
spotted getting it on in a building as students secretly film. Anybody get it on in their office building? We'll take your calls next.
Billy Madison Show. I might swerve in that corner, whoa, whoa. Hold on tight, cause I tweaking it, I let go. And I heard that she wanna show.
Coming up, I guess science talked about how they're saying that, what's the reason why men are so attracted to boobies?
I don't know.
And then have you guys seen the story where Marine, who hasn't been home for over a year, finds out his fiance's pregnant?
No.
Yeah, I got
But he
that
hasn't been
audio.
home for over a year.
Correct.
But
That's impressive.
that's
Well, what do you mean it's impressive?
Oh, I mean, she was able to get pregnant.
yeah, by another guy,
Oh yeah, that too.
obviously.
Yeah,
Yeah,
obviously.
but at least he knows that she can get pregnant.
Well,
Right. I don't think that's the highlight of his day.
Plus.
Oh my God, I had no idea you could get pregnant. This is so great.
Yeah.
Let's see
Nard's
here.
always, trying to spin things positive.
Grown-ups are buying more toys than kids now.
No, it's true. It's so true. I took my kid recently to see the Pokemon cards, and it's nothing but adults. Like looking for Pokemon cards.
That's it.
Like traveling around trying to find like a box set or something like that. All you run into is adults also trying to do that. And I'm like, what the hell? Go home.
And
What the hell are you doing?
so apparently there was a study that said women are hornier than men.
Yeah.
But
Right.
here there's an asterisk next to it.
Oh, okay.
Women are hornier than men, but women are only horny for the top 10% of men.
Okay.
I
I
believe
knew
that.
you were going to ruin it.
So they're not horny for your regular guy. They're horny just for the top 10%. That's it.
No,
That's
it's
all.
like, lucky me.
Yeah.
Because Nard thinks with his Ozempic thing now, he has entered top 10% men.
Oh, okay.
Well, no, Billy
territory.
said that they're into fat dudes now.
Yeah,
No,
know,
I
but they're not.
never said that.
He's
I
always said that
actually
a lot.
never said that. I actually, when this woman,
Friendly reminder to all the men in the world who think that being ripped is hot. It's not, okay? Girlies like the dad bods, okay? Pudge is in.
yeah, it brings a sense of security, I think, for the woman. Then she doesn't have to worry about,
It allows her to be fat.
well, it allows her to be the hot one
Oh, that's what I meant.
because then it just doesn't work out. If the man's hotter than the woman, it
Mhm.
doesn't work out a lot. It brings a lot of insecurities into the relationship.
Yeah, I mean, it's just, yeah. It's
And now
tough.
with the advancements in face paint, I
Mhm.
mean makeup, with the advancements of that, I mean all women are hot. Remember
Yeah.
we heard
Mhm.
that one woman say that she has gone 2 entire calendar years without actually seeing a hot man. Yeah, she hasn't seen a
that's
hot
rude to
man in
us.
2 calendar years.
Yeah, she's attacking.
She is. Anybody get it on in the office? What about you? Have you guys got it on at the office here? Chris, I mean, come on. You know you have. You've been
Yeah,
here for
it's-
400 years.
Yeah, I haven't done it in a long time.
All right, who was the lucky lady?
My present day wife.
Oh, you guys got it. Which
Wow.
little office space
You
did you
little
guys get it
pervert.
on?
I don't even know which because they changed up all the offices,
Hmm.
so I don't even remember. which
You
one.
know, it
He
was
knows.
it was
Yeah,
at
he
the
does.
Kiss
Knows.
Rock Studios.
Yep.
No,
knows.
no, I never did in the studio because I thought there was like
He
hidden
knows it
cameras
was
in
Joe's
there.
office.
No, it was never in Joe's. It wasn't a corner office.
Mm.
I was never allowed in those.
Oh, Christie's?
No,
Wow.
that's a corner office.
But it was here. What about you, Nard? You bring any hussies up here and just
Hussies.
get it on with them? Well,
Hussies?
that's what he
I've
calls
done it
them.
at
The
I've
Jezebels?
done it at
Hussies.
the other radio stations for sure.
Okay, you did that
Yeah.
with Todd.
Well, he had to get that one job. Yeah.
No,
yeah,
I
you
didn't.
and Todd did that thing. It smelled
No,
like
me
cheeks.
and my ex-wife, we did it in the station vehicle.
Is that what you called Todd?
Nope. I said ex-wife.
I didn't know if you guys role played. And he's
We
like,
did
I'm
not.
going to be your ex.
Nope.
No, this is a true story.
I've
I
heard-
remember. So we got this job at this radio station. I don't want to name it.
Yeah.
But I remember because Nard had been there for a while, right?
Yeah,
on this,
yeah.
on
He
this
had,
terrible
he had
show.
done most of the dudes.
So I
did
remember
not.
we interrupted. We went into the studio,
Mm-hmm.
and Nard and this other gentleman were in the middle of an act,
Right.
Mm.
and it smelled
What?
like cheeks in there, and so we left.
He's like, oh, we're doing an air check with my butt.
I was not.
We're doing a butt air check.
What?
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Test.
Hello.
The huge echo. Yeah,
Hey.
I don't know. Nard got crazy sometimes for jobs.
He did. I mean,
Yeah.
he would do anything.
I mean,
for
he
a
would just
radio
go
job.
crazy on it.
He did. He did.
Yeah. Anything for
no.
anything for employment.
Anything. Remember, he was like, man, I'll auto tune that, Todd.
Mhm.
What?
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah,
I don't
remember?
remember that.
What?
Right, yeah.
I'm sick, so I remember everything when I don't feel good.
He's like, oh yeah, I'll do that to you in the Pepsi mobile or whatever it was. that he
What?
drove.
That big bottle.
Yeah.
Has anybody got it on in the office, Derek? I don't think you probably have brought up any ladies up here.
I'm gonna say no.
All right, good job.
Yeah, I'm gonna say no. I have not.
Nice. Well,
I'd be lying, but I'm gonna say no.
yeah, just say no.
Yeah, no.
Well, one couple were caught after they appeared to get it on where they thought it was private, only to be captured on camera by students who couldn't control their urges to record them.
Damn.
They were getting it on in the building next to them. One
Okay.
student secretly filmed them from a distance, sparking outrage. A silhouette of a couple getting it on in the first floor office. After filming them for a while, the student then lowered the camera out of fear of being seen.
Okay. But he got enough footage.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Yep. Got plenty of footage.
Yeah, I think a lot of people have done it at their job.
It seems like it, right? I was just curious. I could take calls on people that have hooked up at their job.
Right. 1-855-FU Billy.
If you have got it on at your job.
That's 1-855-382-4559.
Jeez, that's great. I've never
Yeah.
given it out like that.
Oh, yeah, you like that?
1-855-FU Billy.
Yeah.
This couple was caught having sex on a grave at a local cemetery.
Mm.
A man and woman ran afoul of the law when they were caught having sex on a grave in a local cemetery.
Okay. Yeah, that's very disrespectful.
A trooper with a canine unit stopped to give the dog a rest break around 4 p.m.
Mm-hmm.
The dog's like, oh, what's that? What's that, boss?
Yeah.
You smell something, boy?
Drugs?
I smell
you smell
sex.
drugs?
Well, that's
Smell
the rude
sex.
day he would pull off there to let the dog do his duty every day.
Hmm.
Which one's worse?
Well, I mean, if it's out, I don't know. I don't know where at the graveyard.
That
You know?
is true when you think
Yeah,
about
like,
it. Yeah.
oh, he was just so high. Okay, that's where you go every day for to let your dog
Hey,
go.
somebody's having sex in my toilet.
Yeah,
Yeah.
That's what the dog was saying.
That's what Narb would do to turn it around if they caught him.
yeah,
Like, what are you doing here, officer?
yeah.
I'm going to handcuff you. Look at you being disrespectful to these graves.
Man, but this woman, she looks like Nard's future.
Oh, she does?
Oh,
Oh,
yeah.
man.
Oh,
Yes.
sexy.
That is
Yeah.
literally, that is, to me,
That's
that's
a
Nard's
soulmate.
sister.
That is Methany right there.
Yeah, it is.
That is a soul
That is
mate.
Nard's sister. 100%.
Yeah, so they were caught doing it in the cemetery. Obviously, people were upset by that.
Yeah,
The police then arrested the couple,
right.
for public, I guess, nudity and
Yeah.
indecentness and
It's
all
a
that
very
stuff.
rude place to go have sex.
What's up, Juan?
Hey, what's going on, man?
What's up, bud?
Hey, man. So, like, it wasn't me, and it wasn't even me who witnessed it, but like, I got a story from this dude on the buck hoist on the job site,
Okay.
and he was going in the room. He was going in the rooms, and it was dark, and he turned on the lights, and there was two guys that just jumped back from each other, like he caught them doing something, like hard hats.
Hard hats and everything on, huh?
Man, not what I was quite looking for there, yeah.
But it's funny.
Yeah, it is funny.
All right. I don't want to just take one call. I want
Okay.
to take Cody's call. I want to take Michelle's call and August's call. Plus, we'll talk
Okay.
about boobies. We'll do it next.
Back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Give me fuel, give me fire, give me that which I desire.
All these people that got it on at their workplace. Let's go to Michelle, then we'll get to why men love big boobies. What's up, Michelle?
Hi, guys. Big fans. Well, I'm going to confess a secret, I guess.
Okay.
I've been divorced 3 years, but recently me and my ex-husband have been meeting at my school. I'm a principal all the time, all over the place, having fun.
Well, I mean, that's not a bad thing. That's I don't know, maybe the father of your children or something.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah, that's respectable. Do you think you guys will get back together?
I kind of like the idea of us having our own places. Like, maybe we'll get a duplex.
Ooh, that's not good.
You want to do the Dolly Parton thing where her and her husband lived in separate homes.
Oh, I didn't think of that. Yes.
So you literally just like the physical, like just you want to hit it and, go on about your day.
Well, we've gone to the movies and done some other stuff, but yes, that too.
You're not ready to be like, yeah, I want to live with him.
It's really hot at being a secret because none of her family knows.
Right.
Oh, okay. All right.
Now, I have a question for you. Do you want to be able to see other men also, or do you just want to be exclusive to your ex?
No, we're exclusive.
Okay.
Okay. So it's not that you just want to be able to go have your cake and eat it too. You would just want to live separately because it's hotter.
Yeah. Well, and then I don't know. Together we fight a lot, and that's why we split up. Right. So we need our space and our time.
What do you guys fight about?
Everything.
He was an unmedicated bipolar, so he would just kind of flip out because he thought I put his toothbrush on the floor or something crazy. And
You put my toothbrush on the floor.
What did you do to him?
Wait. He's an unmedicated bipolar. What do you mean? What did she do to him?
I don't know. I feel
he's not taking care of himself.
I feel like she plays
he
too
doesn't
much.
take care of himself, so how is she supposed to take care of him?
I just feel like she plays too much.
She can't make him take medication.
Too much jookie jokes.
Jookie jokes?
Yep.
Yeah.
Those sound not appropriate.
Yeah, I know. That's her
No,
personality.
it's more about, like, I couldn't watch him, make mistakes that hurt the family, like, spend the rent money and all these good things. He's doing much
God,
better
so you
now.
don't
A lot
trust
of
him,
hard
too.
work, but it'll take a while. Like, I mean, maybe we can keep this going on for a year or so. Like,
No, he's gonna fumble.
Maybe you can just bang the bipolar right out of him.
I don't think so. Well, I have. Okay.
I will try.
To be fair, I have heard of big time success stories like this. So you never know.
How cool would it be? You just ride that bipolar right out of him.
Sometimes when a guy's like losing his wife and stuff like that, sometimes he does start to get it together.
Yeah, he really is. I'm proud of him.
Yeah.
And rewarding him.
Yeah.
Well, I wish you the best.
Yeah, that's awesome. Well, thank you so much. We appreciate it. Let's go to August. What's up, August?
Hey, morning. August, like the month.
Yeah, what's up, buddy?
Yeah, he just likes saying it fancy.
Yeah. Hey, morning, guys. Hey, Billy, I hope you feel better, man.
Oh, man, I feel terrible. I have what they call, I don't know if you've heard of it, the flu.
Oh, my God, you going to tell everybody?
Yeah.
Yeah, well, you should need to go to a sauna and sweat it out. That's the best cure, so hopefully you feel better. Anyway, yeah.
Get on that.
I got, back in the day, I did hook up with a couple of girls when I was over the road at our company. So we had like a driver's shower place. It's like a community shower room type of deal. So I was hooking up with a girl I was seeing, and then also I even hooked up with my boss's daughter. And I was, we would sneak in and everything, and I'd make sure to take a big Bluetooth speaker to put the sound, to mask the moaning,
Right.
Because I would take them to
Is that to mask your moaning or hers?
hers.
Okay.
Hers moaning, Yeah. So, I would take them to Pound Town,
Yeah, that's a special place that a lot of ladies seem to like. They like to go to the Christmas Town and Halloween Town and Pound Town. Those are their three favorites.
Those are their favorites.
They love them.
Pound Town.
What's up, Peter?
Oh, I love that.
Yeah, brother. Good morning, you guys. Feel better, brother.
Oh, man, I feel like ass. Well, Nard got me sick on Friday.
I did not.
He did.
Nard, what up, Nard?
What up?
But yeah, anyway, brother, so I'll make it quick here. But yeah, so my office was school. I was a assistant PE coach, and so I had the hots, or the kindergarten teacher had the hots for me. So we did a little hanky panky in the janitor's storage room, and then once in the gym after school. So and then also. As I had an office job, one of the girls there was pretty freaky, so we ended up doing it in one of the top executives.
Jeez, how did you know she's freaky? Like, what were the? Is there like a bat signal for freaky? You know, it's like, oh, look at that. That means Batman's going to be here.
Yeah,
Is there like an international signal that says, hey, this woman's going to be freaky?
Yeah, when they start joking a lot. When
Yeah,
they think they're the funny one.
Oh, then you're like, oh, I'm gonna hit.
Yep.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Short skirts, short walks in front of you, you know, that kind of thing.
Okay,
And-
so not funny, not cracking jokes and stuff like
They
that.
are.
And maybe, hey, pull my finger.
No,
You know,
Pull
that
my
kind of
finger.
stuff.
No, that what? No.
Well, that's what you're saying.
No.
When they think they're the funny
when they
one.
say their jokes or what they are saying is funny, then
Has
yeah.
a girl ever done a pull my finger?
I don't know.
Yeah. Well, they do. The girls do the pull my hair, and it's like,
Okay. I think
that's their thing.
What?
Yeah, brother, but that's all I got for you. Yeah, it was fun. It was a good time.
I bet. All right.
Sweet.
I just think it's so funny that Nard's like, yeah, girls that think they're funny are freaks.
They are.
I don't think that's true.
It is.
I think he might be right.
I think he's wrong.
You think
Chelsea Handler?
he's
like,
not? He's not always wrong.
She's a comedian.
and she's a freak
How do you know?
because all the stories we hear
I don't hear any stories.
about how many guys
Well,
she
she did
slept
take
with.
she
and-
did take a topless photo on a jet ski or something like that.
Okay.
Yeah, she's pretty freaky.
What's
Gross.
up, Cody?
Hey, what's up? Hey, this is actually about something Derek said, and you were surprised when he did it. Hey, so I found out on Thursday the reason you probably don't have the newer generation listening to you is because you're always saying the number 855-FU, Billy, and they don't understand how to dial it. A 22-year-old that works for me now, he's like, how do I dial that number? And I was like, what do you mean? I was like, dude, it's the letters on your phone. What do you think those are for? He's all, in case I have to text that way. So they don't know that. So maybe you should start actually, saying the numbers.
It's just not as fun, just to give out the full number. It's just more fun to say.
Yeah, but
F you, Billy.
you're taking away a large audience from you.
Well, apparently we still have the young audience listening because Derek's daughter's, all her friends hate
They're
Derek.
listening but not calling.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, that's 99.5, Billy.
Well, they're listening and judging.
Yeah.
Is what they're
They
doing.
are.
We listen and we judge.
They're using what I say against me.
But they're not calling in.
No, they're not. That'll be funny when they start calling in.
Oh, I wish they would.
What's up?
Bring
What's
it
up?
on.
What's up, Jay?
I'm gonna talk to all your parents.
Hello?
Jay, yeah, what's up, Jay? Got something to say?
Oh yeah, man. Man, I've been listening to y'all for like 20 years. I've always wanted to call in, so it's kind of exciting for me.
Oh, badass.
But yeah, about doing it at work. I work overnight, and I have my wife bring me some lunch one time. And I'll tell you, I didn't eat what she brought me. I ate something else. But the security guard, whenever we were done, I got out of the car, and I just see him throw me a thumbs up. He ended up talking to me the next day, and he saw all of it.
Oh, no way. Saw you and your woman getting it on.
Yeah.
How could he see it? I mean, obviously you didn't see it like, up close and personal, but he knew what you guys were doing.
Yeah, we were in the back of my truck, and he was across from us in the parking lot, and my windows are tinted. I didn't think he would see, but he came up to me the next day after the thumbs up, and he's like, yeah, man, he's like, try to do it a little more discreet next time.
Jeez. Was your woman's boobies out?
Oh, yeah, it was everything.
Everything. Jeez.
Did he watch the whole time?
I would imagine.
I would imagine.
I mean, I would.
What else are you going to do in an overnight security guard
Right?
situation?
I know, but he's like, hey, maybe be a little more discreet about it. Like, I saw you guys and then carried on, but like he watched the
Did
whole
you have a
time.
light on inside your truck?
Crazy, actually.
Well, I mean, the truck was on, but I turned off the headlights, so I didn't think anybody would notice, empty parking lot, but no, he did. He saw everything.
Wow. Okay. Well, thank you, sir. Appreciate it. Roman. What's up, Roman?
Roman.
Because they were
Hey, what's
saying
up,
like
man?
this couple, they got caught getting it on first floor office.
Damn.
What you got?
What's going on, guys?
Did you get it on at work?
Yeah. So can I say the name of the place?
No, hell no.
Absolutely not, sir.
You know the rules.
You're being silly
It was a
now.
restaurant. It was a restaurant then.
Okay.
It was a restaurant, and we were 2 servers, and I don't know, like right at the beverage area. If anyone's a server that's listening, like right where you're getting all the drinks, like all the the Coke and Pepsis and all that. Yeah, man, she bent right over right there and pulled down everything, and we got it on right there. It was a little quick one, little 4 or 5 minutes. That's all I needed, but dang, like right there in the
That's all any of us need,
the
sir.
manager could have seen, like, oh my gosh, that was probably the craziest one for me. Just how like quick it would have been, like, oh man, I lost my job, and then it's just like I don't know, that girl was disgusting. But
what do you mean she was disgusting? Was she not hot?
It was just like any time, anywhere, like we would just be walking. If you're from San Antonio, like, can I say like the Riverwalk?
No, he's really.
Yeah, you could say the Riverwalk. Yes,
Yeah.
that's a very famous spot.
Walking around down there, like just finding a quick little spot, going back to the car, and then even like in the garage area, the stairwell, and it was just like I've known her probably for like a couple weeks working there, and then as soon as like one thing led to another, we're like getting it on in the elevator, going to the garage, like, oh, it was just, it was just anywhere we could, like it was just happening.
And so how is
And
she
you were
the
enjoying
nasty
it while
one?
it's happening, but now you're like, yo, she was disgusting.
Yeah.
All right, thank you.
This is why they choose the bear, guys.
What's up, Star?
Hey guys, how you doing?
Good. How are you, Star?
Doing great. So let me tell you a story.
Yeah, tell us how you got it on at your work.
So I was the catering manager at my old job, and I got it on with the kitchen manager because he would give me the best shifts.
Oh, okay.
So
and that was
we
a
would get
reward. You would give him
more-
cheeks, and then
for
you
hours?
you would get the best.
Well, the
best shifts.
preferable hours.
Isn't that it used to be a thing that they did where managers would be like, "Oh, I'll give you the best shifts
Pretty smart.
Yep.
in exchange for something dirty."
Pretty smart. No, Nard, I think it's like legal or
Abuse of
something.
power. But
Yeah,
Star
yeah,
seemed to be into it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
If they're into it.
Star
smart.
thought it was a fair trade-off.
She did, because then she would make more money.
Yeah.
Were you
That's it.
attracted to this man or no?
Of course not.
Yes.
Oh, you
Okay.
were.
Very much so.
And
Yeah.
where
Well,
would
that's
you,
a bonus then, yeah?
where would you guys get it
Usually
on?
they're not attractive at all.
We did it in the storage room, in the kitchen, on the kitchen line, in the boardroom. Where else did we do it?
Wow.
Like up in the storage area for all the other restaurants in that building.
He was like, hey,
I
got a
should
big...
have asked where you didn't do it.
Right.
Yeah, you should have, yeah.
We didn't do it in the office because there was a camera there that had audio.
That's how they
Oh,
didn't be cameras everywhere there.
yeah,
We knew where the blind spots were because we had access to the cameras.
sure. So you knew, hey, nobody's gonna know. And would you fully undress to get it on, or would you just do it
Oh,
white
yeah, no,
trash and just
definitely.
pull your pants down?
Everything coming off.
Everything. She would be
Damn.
butt naked at work.
Yep.
Wow.
I know, that's shocking, right? That was a
That you
fun
would-
detail of the story.
Right? That you would get fully naked there?
Yeah, that was a very
Yeah, but we would
necessary,
clean
fun
up
detail.
afterwards,
Yeah.
you know,
But
it's-
still.
Well, was he fully
job.
naked? Because that's always weird when the dude's fully naked.
It's fine.
Did,
Let me,
would
let me see
Star,
that weenie.
I hope
Star,
not.
was he fully naked, or did he at least have like a shirt on or something?
I hope so.
He kept the shirt on.
Thank goodness.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Yep, that's where
I
men
always
keep their
hate when a
shirt on.
story's ruined.
Sex and the beach. That's when men keep their shirt on.
Sex on the beach is just not
No, just
recommended.
sex and beach.
Oh, okay.
Like for tanning and stuff like that. Well,
Mm.
thank you, Star. We appreciate it. That's pretty fun. Let's see here. What else? Oh, I needed to get to the booby one. I'll have to do that in a little bit then. Why men love boobs.
Dude.
There was this pervert passenger next to a female CEO, and he masturbated for an hour on the first class flight, and the attendant did nothing.
All right. I mean, so I like how they point out she's a female CEO. Well, not just a female, but a
No.
CEO.
And it's, but a flight attendant dismissed his revolting behavior, saying, well, men just do that kind of stuff.
She's just trying to get through the flight. Yeah.
It's like, I don't think we all do that. Chris, have you ever done that on a plane?
No, I don't get out of my seat in the plane.
Yep. Once we get him, situated in there,
Yeah.
he can't. Yeah.
No, I'll stay
Until
put.
until we land.
Well, she
And
noticed
then,
that
and then we gotta pull him out.
Yep.
He was grabbing his groin and then rubbing his genitals.
Huh.
He did this for an entire hour. She froze in her seat, began to panic. She felt extremely uncomfortable and helpless.
Oh, yeah, I mean, I imagine.
Oh, he didn't even leave his seat.
No, this man continued to masturbate for
Separate.
approximately
Well, in that
60
case-
minutes during the flight,
Yeah.
and nobody did anything about it. So obviously she's upset.
Not even the flight attendant, which
No,
is just
she's like,
insane.
that's just what guys do on planes.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know
That
what you
is
want. Yeah.
an insane answer, an insane response to that.
I guess they could have, like, nosedived the plane or something. Like, I don't
You
know
see,
what they would have done.
women are horny, maybe even hornier than men, but
Yeah, right,
only for the top 10% of guys.
Aw.
So they're
That
only horny
sucks.
for the top 10% of men. We'll get
Damn.
to that next.
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show. Billy Madison Show.
Yeah, good morning. Welcome, Billy Madison Show.
Hi.
We got to talk about how adults buy more toys than kids nowadays. I believe it.
Oh,
The kids' toy section sucks. There's nothing cool. We used to have such cool action figures and fun stuff. These kids, they got nothing.
Yeah. We used to have all kinds of cool toys.
I got to get to the Marine who hasn't
But you
been
know why?
home.
It's because the
Why?
iPads took out toys.
Well, and video games.
Well, okay, same thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Phones.
Okay, got it, man. Got it.
Tablets.
All right.
Took it out. And
Yep.
there's
Yep.
They don't really get toys anymore.
Yep.
Probably because of tablets.
Yep.
And the phones and
You got
stuff.
it. Yep.
iPad.
Yeah, okay. Thanks.
TV.
All right, cool. Well, TV was around. So
I know it was, but we used to watch them on TV and then act it out with your action figures.
never.
Oh, yeah, I did.
Okay.
Always wrestling.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah, Ric Flair.
Mm-hmm.
I would watch wrestling on the weekends. Ric Flair be wrestling, and then I would get my action figures out and then just, woo!
Oh, you had the ring too, didn't you?
Yeah, I had the ring, and my mom would get so mad because she'd be like, she would get home. She was a 911 operator. You know,
Yeah.
after like grandma died and she had to raise me and stuff like that, she had to get out of radio so that she could take care of me. So she had to have a respectable job.
Mhm.
And so she became a 911 operator.
Did Ric Flair ever have one entertaining match or
Yeah.
big match?
He used to
ever?
do the marathon, right? The
Oh, really?
60-minute matches.
'Cause I don't think I've ever seen him in a main event.
Oh, man, he was great. His match with
Oh,
The
yeah.
Undertaker was spectacular.
I mean, his matches were always mid card on Nitro.
No, that's just because whoever was in charge hated him.
Well, it was the New World Order.
And they made him cut his hair and look like an
Oh,
idiot.
yeah. By the New World
But
Order,
my
he
whole
was-
point
yeah.
was
Okay.
is that I would go up to my room, right? My
Mm-hmm.
mom would get home. I would come home from school, and I'd be playing action figures. And it would be like,
Yeah.
1, 2, 3. And then it'd be the match is over, right? Winner.
She has to be shocked when she comes down to visit you now and you're still playing action.
Yeah, and then when she would get home, then she would yell at me, and I'd have to be quieter, right?
Mhm.
And then you just hear 1, 2, 3.
Okay.
I can still hear you.
Right, yeah. That's when children were, to be
Yeah,
seen
toys.
but not heard.
Yeah. Yes, and we were called idiots and stupid. And
Right.
They never
now
asked
kids
us.
will be like, hey, Mom, can you shut the hell up?
Yeah,
I
and-
can't hear when people are behind me.
You know what I never heard growing up?
Oh,
what do you want to do this weekend?
No.
Never.
No.
Never.
Never.
Any kid past 30 years old has never heard the words.
What
do you want to do this weekend?
When every kid now ever hears that.
They hear it on a Monday.
Uh-huh.
Today. Somebody's going to be like, hey, what do you want to do this weekend?
Right.
I'd like to do this and I'd like to do that. Kids
Yep.
are in charge.
Oh, man. I'll pick up my kid on the weekends that I have her on Friday. I'll be like, what do you want to do this weekend? She'll kick her feet up and be like, well, Saturday I'd like to start off here around, if we get up early, have some breakfast, and be here by 10. And then, she'll lay out the whole day for me.
It's nice.
And then, her stepmom's like, what the hell are we doing? It's not even my kid.
I know, but you got to go have the fun.
Mm-hmm. No, none of it's fun.
I got to get to
Not any of it.
the Marine who he was gone away fighting for the country for over a year. And then he talks to his fiance on the phone, and she's like, oh, my gosh, I'm pregnant.
He's like, wait, I haven't been home in 12 months.
Yeah, that's impossible.
And she's like,
Well, it is possible when you cheat.
yes, it is.
So I got that audio. We got to talk about boobies. And I saw this, and it seems rude.
What?
Women are horny,
Hmm.
right? Possibly hornier than men. In fact, according to this recent study, women are actually hornier than men.
Hard to believe.
But they're only horny for the top 10% of men.
Oh, damn it. That's why.
So
I
the
don't-
reason that
okay.
your woman's not horny
Yeah, makes sense.
is that you're not in the top
Okay.
10% of
All
men.
right. All right, man.
Women are just as horny for a much smaller number of men.
Mhm.
That's the real sticking point. They are horny, just not for you. And in most cases, the guy she ultimately marries. So she's not going to be horny for the guy that she ultimately marries. Is this true?
It's tough. It's tough to hear.
Yeah, I mean, this is a PhD doctor that says most women are just as, if not more, horny than their male partners.
I don't even have an argument for it either.
The whole
it makes sense.
women don't want sex thing is just it's just a weird thing to try to prevent happy marriages.
Yeah, they don't want some big old fatty climbing on top of them.
No.
Okay, relax, both of you. Both of you, relax.
I mean, this person says at best, women are only attracted to the top 20% of men.
Yeah, which means not us fatties. I get it. Thank you for not confirming.
But here's what happens. This is what they were saying, is that, some ladies, they're having their fun, but they're like, hey, this guy, he's real good at this, but he's going to make a horrible dad. So let me get with this guy. And then that wears off. The novelty of the good dad wears off. And then, she's just not horny for him.
No.
And maybe she'll be sweet and maybe she'll always be faithful to him.
Maybe.
But there's a reason why she doesn't want it as much. It's just because
there's a reason why they have to start bartering for sex. There's a reason why you have to start being like, okay, I'll give you this if I can get some sex.
Yeah.
And that's usually with the fat, ugly dads.
Well, it's usually with your average dad.
Okay, yeah, that's what I said.
What's up, Nicole?
Hey guys.
What you think?
This is it's pretty accurate, I'd say.
Well, that's unfortunate. That's rude. Man. Well, there you go. That's rude for you.
Well, I mean, why would we do things with men that are hot but don't do things the same as what our husbands can do?
Because you're a meanie pants.
Yeah. I mean, it's just human nature, I think.
So you're saying you do stuff with the hot guys that you would never do with your husbands?
Yeah, we're only horny for hot guys. That's just our
Yeah, that's what I read. I read
innate-
that. I literally
wrote
that. I didn't write it. I read it.
Oh, you read it. Okay. Sure you didn't write it.
I'm positive.
All right. I feel like you would write that.
Most of us won't get married.
What's that?
So most of us won't get married to a hot guy. So why, just tolerate what we can? Why?
Right. No, there's a trade-off. It's like, hey, he's not hot. I'm not that attracted to him, but he's a good earner. He's going to be a great father.
Yeah.
He's going to, help out around the house, do those type of things. And so, women settle.
Yeah, pretty much.
Where a man will not lose attraction to his wife, and he'll be with her.
Yeah, right.
We'll take tons of calls from men that have been with their wives for 20 years, and they're still just as attracted to them.
No, they still have sex with them, but come on.
This person says that's not true. Women are not nearly as horny as men.
Yeah, because their dudes are fat. That's what they're saying.
Yeah.
If they had these hot-ass top 10% dudes, they would be horny.
Most women are not horny at all, and it doesn't matter the guy. So there's some pushback to this.
I don't know about that. I mean...
Well, do we have any honest
I'm
people?
not a girl, so...
We can answer this with honesty.
Yeah.
If women call up and they're like, yeah, I will be honest.
I need honesty, though, not your lying calls.
But it's why they go to those smut books. That's why they go.
Smut books.
They go to 50 Shades of Grey. That's why they go to those things, right? That's why they simp for that Henry Cavill guy because, he's attractive and doesn't look like their husband.
He's very attractive.
All right, there.
What?
Let's go to
You started
Lewis.
it.
What's up? Nard started it.
I did. No, he didn't.
Yeah, he did when he said he was hot.
He said he wasn't.
No, when Nard said he was hot.
Oh,
I was
yeah,
like,
when
no.
Nard was like, I'm hotter than him. Yeah. Cracks me up, he still says that.
What's up, Lewis?
Hey, what's up, man? Hey, I've been listening for a long time. Just wanted to let you know I've been married for 2 years. I think I'm in fantastic shape, and women lose interest regardless.
Yeah, they say after 1
Oh,
year
no.
after 1 year of marriage, their desire for sex goes down.
Yep.
Yeah. So I mean, for all the fat guys out there listening, don't lose. Don't get discouraged.
So this guy's a guy that's taking care of himself.
So you've been married for 2 years. You're still taking care of yourself.
Like you're going to the gym and all that stuff.
But the girl lets herself go.
I go to the gym. I basically have like a really defined six pack. Almost. I'm basically right there. I mean, I do all the work, the restaurants, but it's still like no getting
So she has zero. Was she like this before you got married?
I mean, we were just dating. We were just, well, clearly, a little bit. It's always been very transactional, I'd say. So yeah.
So what do you mean transactional? You'd have to like buy her something or convince her
You
to
know
do it.
Yeah, if you don't take them out to dinner or something, they're not so much in the mood, and I don't like being like pushy, and I don't like making people feel, bad about it. So I'm like, okay.
Jeez.
Okay.
And then you just have to suffer and go without.
Just because, yeah.
Sucks.
Do you talk to her about it?
Yeah, we talk about it, and it kind of picks up for about a week, and then after that, back to it.
She's just not a sexual person. What do you think
Yeah, I
that
guess
is?
not.
What's the reason for that, Nicole? Just your opinion.
Some women are fortunate and they get the hot guy to marry them. So, good luck to you. I would say most, though, women don't find a hot guy because there are so very few of them. So they have to get settled, have kids, and find an average guy, and that just doesn't make them horny.
So you're blaming him.
I'm saying that there's not that many hot guys. Like, there's a lot more hot women in this world than guys. So, there's only so few to go around. We have to settle for an average guy from time to time if we want to, have kids and have a home over our heads.
Okay. And what does that have
The
to
whole
do with
home over here or just the roof?
Lewis?
I mean, the whole home, but everything.
Yeah, but she's saying that women settle for an average guy, and you're saying that you keep in shape and stuff like that, but your woman's not interested in getting, cheeks and things like that.
Yeah, right. I stay in shape. I got her the nice big house. I have her in a nice car. She's just not, very interested in doing that all the time. Yeah, so, I've kind of adapted to it, but I was really calling to
by
make
that,
sure
do you
all
mean
the
you
fat
got a
guys
girlfriend?
don't get discouraged.
Okay, so you're saying that it even happens to hot guys. Women lose interest in the hot guy.
That's what he's saying.
I wouldn't say I'm hot, but I'd say I'm in the top echelons of the definitely regional area.
Okay.
It's not
I like it.
bar,
I
no.
like it. Well, thank you. Thank you.
A lot of people around here look like me. So
Okay, well,
that's rude.
Yeah,
Well,
it is.
you look at the Twitch. Twitch told me. The Twitch chat told me that.
Oh.
I look like every dude on the south side of San Antonio.
well, women
Those dudes are way cooler looking.
It
And
says
taller.
that women
No,
are
not really.
just as horny for a much smaller number of men. So they're just as horny. You agree with that, Nicole? I would love to hear other
Yeah.
women say, you know what? That's true. Now that I thought about it, I was way hornier before with this guy than I am with the man that I'm currently with. Like, I would love those calls. And I don't feel well, and I came into work today, so it would be really nice if you guys would call in and say those type of things.
Yeah,
That would help me get through the day.
right. Well,
So-
Nard says that when older women aren't horny, it's because they just had too many sex partners when they were younger. And I always thought that was the hot Andrew take of it.
Yeah, that's
take of
not
them.
true. That's not
Yeah.
true at all. If they're hornier then they'll probably continue to be horny. I don't think that changes.
Well, he acts like it's like they're tired.
I
you know
don't
what
think
I
so.
mean?
I think Nard's car is tired.
They've had a long life of sex.
I mean, you think about
No,
that.
they're still horny. It's just the guy loses interest because they get uglier.
I don't think so. Every study that I read says that the man doesn't lose interest in his woman.
Really?
Well, Nard doesn't know how to study.
Even if she gains weight, has a
What?
kid, all those things, the man does not lose interest in
No.
getting it on with this woman.
Another thing, and Nard's like,
Yeah.
You're like, well, I read a
I have to
study by
say they-
experts, and Nard's like, well, but whatever.
Are they experts?
I mean, I don't know, but I'm just saying, like that's
we
your
know you're not.
That's your reaction to every expert.
Yeah.
You're skeptical
I am. Especially if they're going to call
because you never
themselves-
think you're wrong.
Well, it says here that most women are not even that horny. And that last guy just called in saying that women aren't horny.
Yeah. Well, like last guy called in, he was like, I literally did. I took care of myself. I bought her the big house. I don't know. Like, I don't know what he's missing there.
All right. This
Like,
is what,
to me, those are two big things, right? He took care of himself, bought her a big house. Doesn't that make you horny, woman?
well,
No?
it
All right.
says here that most men are overweight, ugly, and weak.
God
And they don't have enough money. So
What is
how are
going on?
how are women supposed to be horny? This woman just said.
I don't know.
I don't know.
This person says women aren't generally horny for their husbands. They're horny for other guys. Is that accurate, Nicole?
Pissing me off.
I don't know about that. I just know, like, if
you're not attracted to your husband, but then you're out and about and you see another man that you're attracted to.
yeah, I would say women are probably hornier than men. So the issue is that we're only horny though for hot men when we see them out. When we have.
You're saying you don't go home and just want to rip your husband's clothes off and just ride daddy.
We just have different primal energy. It has to be that my guy has to be highly attracted for horniness to come out.
Man, that's so sad. This is like one of those, I feel like it's a funeral for men's wieners.
I mean, it is a sad bit.
Yeah, this one's sad. I put this in the prep because I thought, oh, this will be fun.
Yeah, this will be funny.
We'll get a lot of ladies calling
And now it's just like hurtful.
What's up, Kathy?
Hi.
What do you think?
I was trying to comment on the question about if your husband is attractive.
Yeah. They just say that women are horny, but they're only horny for the top 10% of men.
That's not true. My husband is very attractive, and it's just that I'm just like really not in the mood. I don't know why.
Now,
so you're with a very
tired.
attractive man, and you still don't want to do it.
Yeah, very attractive. Yeah, it's not that it's like my body. I don't know what's wrong with me.
So would he be allowed,
Eating too
since
much.
since you're not available sexually for your man, do you let him go get releases somewhere else?
No.
Well, that's rude.
No.
But why not?
No. Because it's not that. No. Hecky no.
That's not even an option?
Well, Nicole, do you make your
not an
cheeks
option.
Nicole's
available?
like, that girl's like pissed off.
Well, Kathy, I'm sorry, Kathy, do you make do you make the cheeks available for him even though you don't feel like doing it then?
Available.
Okay, I was just making sure. Okay, she says that her cheeks are available.
Man, when you asked her if he gets to step out, like she
got upset at me.
Bro, she started raging. What? Like that was the most ridiculous thing she's
Yeah,
ever asked.
she thought I was an idiot. Kathy, I mean, you thought I was pretty stupid, right?
Huh?
Yeah, Kathy, I don't know if you're still there. You thought that was a pretty dumb
Yes,
question.
I'm here.
Yeah.
I'm here.
That your man could step out since you don't feel like doing it.
No, I don't want to. It's not that I don't feel like doing it. I don't feel like doing it, but I do it. But
Oh,
no, I
so
don't
you
wanna
still
do
do
it.
it.
So he
Yeah,
gets
I
what they
got you.
call
Well, that's not fun. It feels like it's
melancholy
forced.
cheeks.
Yeah, but she's doing all she can. I mean, you got to respect that.
Thank you, Kathy. Let's go
What
to
do you mean,
Sam.
Kathy, if your guy's really hot, like you're gonna initiate. We're freaks for hot guys. Like women are horny, and you just must not think your guy's all that. Must
She
not
said
be
he was
that
hot.
hot if you're not initiating it.
Sam?
I mean, but
Wow.
you'll leave on him
What
if
you
he's
got?
hot.
No, I don't.
You'll leave.
I don't think it has to do with that at all. I'm in my 40s. My husband's super attractive, but I also have a full-time job and 2 kids. And by the end of the day, I'm just exhausted. So I don't think it has anything to do with how hot my husband is or not. I think it just has to do with the fact that I'm exhausted.
Yeah, you're tired, sleepy. Sam is sleepy. All right, well, thank you. And Lily.
Yes.
All right, so they say that women are only horny for the top 10% of men. Accurate or no?
Inaccurate.
Okay, why?
If you have a husband that you settled for, but he does well in the bedroom, that's really all that.
Okay, do you think that you kind of settled for your husband? He's not your dream man, but he's a good man?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah. A lot of ladies
So,
settle.
yeah, she said that her husband is not her dream man, but he's a good man.
Yeah.
And she said yes.
See my point?
Yeah, no, you did. All right, I got to take a quick break. We'll be right back.
to the Billy Madison Show.
Yes, Billy Madison Show. I'll get to the Marine, the poor guy. Really rude. Yeah, and do you see this the wild story of the day? The woman, she's a content creator, got arrested after she posted videos sexually abusing her chihuahua. Yeah.
Gotcha.
I don't know if that's up there yet. This was an interesting stat here. Let's say you're somebody that struggles to sleep, right? They say scientists discover intriguing benefit of bedtime cheeks, doing it right before bedtime. And, you know, a lot of people, they don't like to do it, you know, especially men. Like, I don't know if we're going to give our best performance at the end of the day. I feel like our best performance is probably earlier in the day.
Yeah. I'm
But
happy to see
these scientists,
more energy.
They don't know why it is, but people that got it on, whether it was alone time or whatever, just before going to sleep, were far less likely to wake up soon afterwards. So this is the first of its kind, a study. Experts recruited 7 heterosexual couples aged 26 on average and gave them a strict, you know, sex schedule and sleep schedule. And they did this, and they found that, yes, those nights where they got cheeks, they had the best night's sleep.
I mean,
the nights where they didn't get cheeks,
they toss and turn.
Yeah, and, you know, I do think it has something to do with, like, because let's say you get cheeks one night and then the next night, because I feel like your wiener's like, hey, we doing that fun thing again?
Yeah, it's our routine.
Yeah, and then you got to tell your wiener, no, not tonight, bud. You know, she's got a headache.
What's that about?
She's mad, whatever it is. And he's like, well, what do you mean?
The hell?
What'd you do wrong?
Oh, so that's what I think. I think the wiener's like, no, well, then guess what? I'm staying up all night.
Just going to make you think about it.
And so then you don't go to sleep.
Yeah.
That's what I think.
Yeah,
I could be wrong.
It makes sense. Makes sense.
Now, I know some people are like breakfast cheeks are the best, but this is to get a good night's sleep. How many people just do it right before you go to sleep?
I think that's the majority when you do it, yeah.
It's usually the last thing you do for the day.
Yes. Especially if you have kids and stuff like that.
Yep.
You know.
And then what you do is you just grab a rag, give yourself a courtesy wipe, and then you go right back to bed.
Yep.
That's it.
For sure.
That's right. Give yourself a little bit of a whore's bath, and you go right back to bed.
Yeah.
That's what you do.
Right.
They say you're only supposed to use your bedroom for sex and for sleeping. That's it.
Well, and eating.
No.
No, they say you're
Nope.
not supposed to do that,
What?
even though it's better.
What? Yeah. What do you mean?
Well, 'cause
bedrooms are for snacks.
I agree with you, Derek. I like it, but some people are grossed out by it.
Well,
You know, believe it or not, I'm kind of grossed out.
it's fine if you don't
Why?
have, as long as you don't
It's
have
kind of
carpet.
gross.
Well, because I know when I eat food and stuff, I get up and it's all over my chest. It's in my
Right.
chest hair. It's in my shirt. It's
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, but
I know,
usually my dog cleans that up.
Exactly.
I don't know. What the problem
And
is.
it just, I don't know, it just feels very barbaric. You get up and you're just shaking it off like a dog, shaking the crumbs off, let them be on the floor. Dogs will get those.
Oh, yeah.
I don't know. There's something about it. Like when I eat toast in bed.
No, that's crazy.
Nope.
That's
What?
crazy. It's a crazy item to eat in bed.
Why?
Why
Just
is
'cause
that one?
Toast? Have you ever had toast, you
Yeah.
dumbass?
Yeah.
What-
it
yeah.
gets
Then you would
everywhere.
know because when you
Crumbs.
bite into the toasted bread, the crumbs are
Everywhere.
It's
everywhere.
everywhere. Yeah, it's my
Everywhere.
favorite.
Yeah. What do you mean? Oh, well, yeah.
Crackers.
That's every food. It doesn't matter. Like,
No, it's not every food.
No,
Yes.
especially toast.
What are you eating that's not getting?
You want me to
crumbs everywhere?
argue? You want to argue about everything today?
Yeah.
No.
You
Oh,
want,
he's
that's
on
what
it
you want to
today.
do.
Every food.
You want to argue about
Every-
literally everything today.
You can eat chips. and
You
it-
need a spanking?
No. I'm
He
just saying.
does.
You need a spanking.
I
I
don't
think he
need-
does.
I think you
no.
do because you're trying to argue with me about literally everything.
Nope. It wasn't.
Better knock it off.
Every single thing.
Everything.
I was saying it wasn't like
The dumbest
wild.
angles.
Yeah.
This person says makes the bed itchy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean that's true.
Well, I mean, if you don't have dogs that sleep in the bed, it'll make it itchy.
yeah.
The only thing is I don't like it because when I get up and I've wiped all the crumbs off and then the dog licks the blanket, then I lay back down and now it's just the dog tongue. I'm like, oh, that's gross. That part's the only gross part.
Fair enough.
It's the only nasty ass part.
I don't really have an argument for whatever. Still gonna do it. I don't care. Nothing's gonna stop me from eating in my bed.
Yeah, I'm gonna eat in the bed, and I don't care.
Mm-hmm.
And then what you do is, you have the handheld vacuum. You
Yeah.
vacuum your chest like a normal American.
Yep.
Vacuum your bed, and you get back to it.
Right.
That's what you do.
I think the worst is I had a bag of Sour Patch Kids. That's the worst.
I think the worst is sitting at the dinner table.
Oh my God, nothing worse than sitting at the dinner table.
Nothing.
I feel like I'm in
worse.
trouble.
Yeah.
It's like, what are we doing here?
And it's not my like I didn't grow up that way.
We had a single mom.
I had a single, so I had an Ultimate Warrior TV tray that I took my fat ass right to the bedroom. I'm like, all right, later, bitch. I'm going to the bedroom. Nitro and Raw are on.
Yep, you with your.
And I got my snacks.
You got your Hungry Man dinner.
I never ate that. I would not eat it.
Really?
My mom sometimes would try to give me Salisbury steak, and we would fight.
That was always cold, no matter how long you cooked it.
I don't care what it was. I wasn't eating it.
And then you would
I'm like,
overcook it.
I'm sorry. I didn't know we were in prison.
It is very prison food.
Yeah, and I would call my grandma, and I would tell her what mom tried to feed me.
Oh, I like that tattle on.
Oh, I tattle on my mom once a week. That's why she hated me. Like, guess what your daughter tried to do today? Tried to give me Salisbury steak, Grandma.
And then grandma had.
You
to be
know I don't eat that.
disgusted. Do you
And
have?
then my ex-wife would used to eat Salisbury steak, and I
No
would
way.
vomit in the trash can.
It's good though.
When I would smell it, I'd be like, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Do you just want to be poor?
Yeah.
Like, what the hell is this?
Yeah, I think she probably did then.
Get this out of my house.
Do you have the Chihuahua story?
So I have. Hold on, I have.
I mean, this woman.
Selling your dog?
No, it's from today. This woman sexually assaulted her Chihuahua.
Oh my God, I did see that. 1 second, let me get it again. Do you have that, Aaron?
He said no.
He said no.
Okay, well, content creator is arrested after she posted videos sexually abusing her Chihuahua.
Yeah,
I guess in the video it just shows her being hauled off to jail.
Oh yeah, I mean I saw the story. The story was disgusting,
Sir.
and it's been okay. So the past year, if you would go back and look, there has been so many women that have been arrested for just doing their dogs, and men are nowhere to be found.
No, you got to
Like,
get a handle on this, ladies.
Men are not involved in this at all. Like, girls are doing this on their own. Now, maybe it says she's a content creator, so she was obviously doing it for the dark web and selling it.
Oh.
But still, disgusting. But it just makes me like, I just didn't know women had that evil in them like that.
Or that gross.
Yeah, that gross, too. But they really do. Like, some of them do.
Yep.
And it honestly surprises me.
It is shocking to see this woman who looks like a normal woman.
You would
and
never
she's a
expect it.
content
You would
creator,
never
got
expect it.
Arrested for posting these vile videos of her with her Chihuahua.
And a little ass Chihuahua.
Well, I mean, the size
Hey, what are you
of it,
doing?
You thought you wanted a bigger dog?
Well, I'm just wondering if she's like, I'm wondering what she's doing to the Chihuahua.
I have no idea.
No way the Chihuahua's humping her, right?
Yeah.
I could be.
Yeah.
Well, I think
I
there's
don't
something
know.
else
Yeah,
going
I
on.
don't know.
It's possible. She was a smaller woman.
Right, but she's still a human.
Yeah.
She's subhuman.
Yeah,
I
I'm
mean,
not-
if you're doing it with a dog, she's a subspecies type woman.
Yeah.
I mean,
All
I
right.
guess.
I mean,
I just don't know how the Chihuahua would mount her.
this poor Marine finds out that his fiance's pregnant and he's been gone for over a year. That's next.
Back to the Billy Madison Show. 1-855-FU-BILLY. 1-855-FU-BILLY.
Wanna rock with Jenny? Keep your hair done, nails done like Jenny. Ask I'm obsessed like Jenny.
Women are complaining that dudes are too soft out there. And so if she's trying to be in her soft girl era, it's tough for her to find a dude because he's in his soft guy era too. And then they're just too soft together. So
That's a tough combo.
So I got that. I got this lady that would, you know, this Lily Phillips.
I've heard
She's
her.
the porn lady.
Oh yeah.
There was a big. I think we have the audio. There was a huge line of people that were. She was throwing like a 50-man festival, and so this other woman, she was like, "Hey, you know what?" She's also a content creator, OnlyFans girl. She was like, "Hey, I'm gonna do something like that." However, she ended up in the hospital.
Oh God.
Because of the action.
Was it the Virgin in Miami?
No, it was this one.
You see, I thought it would be a fun idea to let 50 guys in my back door.
Oh, we can't say it like that.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, but you get an idea.
Mhm.
That was fun for the chat.
And that's a slow
That was
number.
fun for the chat.
Oh, the chat loves it.
That was fun for the chat.
Yeah, because we couldn't play that on our show.
Goof throws his one their
I know.
way every
He's
now and
like,
again.
hey, I'm just not
I
editing
think what
that
threw him
one.
off was the low number. That's what threw me off.
50?
Yeah,
The low number?
the low. I thought it would be higher than that.
She did it in one day.
I know. I'm still pretty shocked.
Nard's like built for, because these porn girls are doing so many in one day. He's like, oh,
Exactly.
you're only taking on 50?
Yeah.
Wow, that's
What?
a light day, huh?
Yeah.
Well, you
Oh, I
you
decided to take a half day, huh?
Yeah, only working a couple
Basically,
hours, huh?
Yeah.
Anyway, so,
Man, I really hope they don't program us like that.
so we'll get to that. He has to edit that again.
Yeah, will you edit that real quick, Goof? Please, thank you.
So this is always funny. So this man, he's a Marine.
Yep.
He's gone for over a year.
Mm-hmm.
He's on the phone with this woman.
Right.
He finds out she's pregnant.
No.
And it's his fiance.
Do you think I don't care?
I mean,
okay, one.
the tears, bro. The tears come out.
He has to sit there. I mean, I don't know if
Yeah.
there's a lot of room for activities when you're out there in battle,
Right.
right?
I mean, I don't know what she wants him to do. Like, get up and be excited that she's pregnant with somebody that's
And
not
she's
his
like, "What? I don't know. What?
What?
You're just sitting there."
You know how bad this feels? This is the worst feeling I could ever have.
Yeah, that'd be a bad feeling. His fiance.
It would be.
The only thing that would make that worse is if it was your wife.
Yeah,
At least it's just a fiance.
that's true.
Yeah.
So I guess the silver lining is he's not actually married to her.
That's a very good point.
I mean, so they're not able to be faithful,
Right.
right? I mean, if a
Right.
guy goes away for a year to go fight for the country, like that
Mhm.
woman, she's just not able to be faithful.
I mean, you would think that she would, but
I mean, I feel like our grandmas were, unless our grandmas were thirsty and hid it.
It doesn't feel like they did, but yeah, it's sad.
I don't know. And that makes me question because my dad, he had like 5 brothers,
Yeah.
and every time he would come back from some sort of battle or whatever,
Mm-hmm.
because he was in the Navy, and so he would just nail her and knock her up, get her pregnant.
Yeah. That's usually
She never got pregnant while he was gone.
right.
So that's
That's what they do after battle. I mean, my great grandpa came home from World War II and made 9 children.
Jeez.
Yeah. Didn't get off of my great grandma.
Yeah, he didn't.
Like, leave her alone.
Was he on a ship or where was he?
No, he was over in France.
Oh.
Yeah, he was in the army.
Okay, he was in the army. They had a big battle in France. I know you hear France, you're like, oh, what do they do? Make pastries over there? No, but they had a huge battle in France.
I mean, they had to beat the Germans out of France.
Yeah. So, but you hear France, and it's like, oh, we made some croissants. What was he
Yeah.
doing? No, they had a major battle in France.
Yeah.
Well, you hear France, you think backstabbers.
Yeah, they stormed the beaches there.
Yes.
Normandy, right?
Normandy, yeah.
Yes, they did.
June 6th,
So any I know this
Thank
is like
you.
military
Jesus.
military USA. I wonder if there's any dudes that have had this happen.
Mm.
This situation where
Oh, yeah.
you go off, you battle in
Thousands.
war, and then you come back and not even come back. Your girl just says, "Hey, got something to tell you."
Mm-hmm.
Do you think I don't care?
Well, what did she expect him to do? I'm just so confused. What he's supposed to do?
Is he supposed to have some kind of reaction?
Is he supposed to say everything's gonna be okay?
Yeah.
It was
You
just
know
a
what? I'm going to
whoopsie?
step up.
We'll get the nursery together. We got this.
Right.
Huh. I don't know what he's supposed to do.
Well, luckily, I got the Charger
Oh, you're
instead
saying
of the Challenger. So there's 4 doors, so
four
plenty
doors.
of room, yeah.
Plenty of room for a car seat.
I mean, what is he
mine.
supposed to say?
I don't know.
You know how bad this feels?
I mean, I have to feel terrible.
Yeah, dude.
Can't think of anything that would be
Being
worse.
overseas, like you're stationed somewhere, and the girl, the love of your life, is telling you,
Where
yeah,
you could be shot or stabbed, and then you find out that your girl's back here getting stabbed and then getting pregnant.
Yep. Yeah, no. I had a buddy who was in the military, and he was telling me about a guy that, he was in his, I don't even know what the hell they call it, but, was with him in his group, and he
Platoon?
found out his girl was cheating. And then, like, when they would go on missions, like, he would, like, that guy was, like, almost like he was, like, purposely just trying to die.
Jeez.
Because it, like, messed with his head so bad.
I mean, there's lots of other women.
Yeah. No, but you're, like, just so, I couldn't imagine being, overseas in the middle of stuff, and then you find out this person you love back home is sleeping with somebody else. And then this girl got pregnant by him. Crazy.
I mean, he could have.
She should be in jail.
He should have just hung up.
He should have, but, like, when you're in love, like, it hurts.
Yeah.
That's treason.
It does.
I
it
feel
does
like
feel
it is.
treason.
I really do.
You're working for the enemy. at
Yeah.
that point,
Can they make Guantanamo Bay?
I mean, we've
too.
always said that.
And that's for guys too. If there's a woman in the military and he's back here getting a woman pregnant or whatever.
Because there's nothing like being in a situation where then you're across the world and you can't do anything about it.
Nothing.
You barely can even talk to this person.
So I saw that the majority of people that are buying toys are adults.
I believe it.
So what's your coolest toy that you have? I would imagine that there's a lot of guys out there that have some pretty cool toys.
Yeah.
Especially because you have more money, you can buy what toys you want.
I mean, if you're in, but aren't most guys just not into toys?
Well, grown-ups are buying more toys than preschoolers to the tune of over $1 billion.
I believe it. I really do.
Over $1 billion on toys.
Like,
I got the Transformer. I didn't buy it, but I got it as a gift.
that one's badass.
Yeah, I got that. That's a toy.
They're just really into the collectibles and stuff like that.
Got
Like the
that.
toy collectibles. Like, when I take my kid, like I said, she's like into Pokemon cards and stuff, so I'll take her to these card shops, and it's just like she's like the only kid there.
Yeah.
It's like mostly adults that are, getting these new collectibles, and I mean, look at the Costco videos of the Pokemon cards. I mean, those are all adults.
Well, if you look at the Paul brothers and you look at their homes, and the inside of their homes filled with toys.
Yeah, just filled with toys. That's how grown men are decorating their homes.
They're decorating their homes with toys.
And I'm talking about Billy.
I'm here for it.
Yeah. Well,
it used to be kind of goofy because you had the 40-year-old virgin. Remember that movie?
But then people were like, that's badass, actually.
He had all those action figures and all those toys around, and so they were like, oh, he's not getting cheeks. And now, I don't think that deters you from getting cheeks.
God, no.
Nope.
My sister-in-law, her boyfriend, like, in his apartment, he's got, like, huge walls of, like, Funko Pops.
Yeah.
Just, like, up and down, like, every one of them. Because the only reason I know that is because one time they were fighting, my sister-in-law, like, kicked the wall of Funko Pops down.
Oh, no.
And then my poor Joseph's just like, oh, my Funko Pops. So sad.
Look at this girl. She's got a
So
huge, like,
she's evil.
Deadpool and just all sorts of other cool action figures. This is a woman. You think this is just a man thing? No, this is a woman. She's got Transformers.
Uh-huh.
And look, Nard.
Oh, okay.
Right? You think she's not going to be attractive, right?
She's got a big ass forehead.
She got a big ass whorehead?
Forehead?
That was
Look at that
Renard.
whorehead.
Do you mean forehead?
Yeah.
Okay.
I said forehead.
You said
You said-
whore.
you said whorehead.
Well,
You said she has a big ass whorehead.
What's up? She can land one of those Transformers on her forehead. What's up, Chicken Joe?
Fuck. So, back when Xbox started doing all that downloadable content and everything else, I saw the switch was happening there. I went back retro. I got an old school Nintendo and a 64 and a Sega, baby. I'm stacking up all those games.
Yeah, people love to play the vintage, the retro games. That's a big fun that people like to have.
I wish I loved something like that.
Right? You don't have any hobbies. Well, yeah, you do.
Well, I
like
do. It's
gambling.
gambling. I have grown men hobbies. Gambling,
They call
chewing
those
tobacco,
Big boobs.
smoking weed.
They say that those are vices. Speaking of big
Hobbies.
boobs, big boobs. Scientists confirm what women have always known.
What?
Men like big boobs.
Yes.
Yeah.
Ginormous.
Scientists attempt to answer the age-old question, what we can say is breasts are sexy. I wanted to hear from dudes that are like, I'll take it or leave it.
Who's funny?
Yeah, that would be funny because some guys are like that. Like, Billy, you're not really like a boob guy. Like, you're not like all big boobs. Like, I've never heard you like, yeah.
No, just because it makes your thing look small.
I mean, for sure. So does a big butt, but
What,
whatever.
Nard, why do you have that face?
I mean, I don't know how it'd make yours look small.
What do you mean? Can you stop talking about my wiener before
Well,
I
I know,
choke you
but
out with
like-
a water bottle?
It's like you need to go to HR.
Yeah.
Can I Lysol your face?
Billy, you
But
want to
no,
file a
it-
complaint?
I do.
I mean, you should.
But
Can
I
you
don't know why
stop
you're
it?
self-conscious.
It's sexual
about-
harassment.
No,
Yeah.
it's like I don't know why you'd be self-conscious about a girl with big boobs.
I don't know
if
why you
have a
got to
big
talk
one.
about my dingy dong.
Like
Yeah.
you've never been in a situation where you're like, dang, my thing looks so small. Never. I bet.
All right,
never.
Nard, we get it.
Yeah.
Jeez.
So I don't know how he doesn't like
Dang,
big boobs.
dude.
Man, I don't
God
know.
dang.
Think Grandma had big boobs, and that's why
I'm just
you
trying to
associate
point
big
out that
boobs with
Billy's not
Grandma?
really a
Look.
boob guy.
Grandma had big boobs and a big belly.
Okay, so that's why you
So
don't like.
maybe I associate big belly with big boobs.
Yeah.
But the big boobs kind of just rested on the belly.
Okay, that's why.
So when she would take
That's
a
a
bath,
horse of a different color.
when she would take a bath, like everything was just rested on the belly. And then she would set the
Same.
bar of soap right on her belly.
Oh.
But and grandmas were way too comfortable with having us bring them stuff in the bathtub.
Yes,
Yeah.
they were. Or
Because
when
like
they were on the toilet.
I remember grandma's boobs totally. So my grandma, I still remember that. You know what I mean?
We
It's like,
shouldn't
what's
see
the
that.
problem?
Well, I
What's
don't
the
know because
problem?
they're
Yeah.
not good.
My grandma's just like, so?
They're boobs.
Right, yeah.
Big deal.
So they had a team of people, and they have looked at, all the information. Scientists polled, tons of men, all different ages.
Mm-hmm.
Each group was asked how often they touched their partner's boobs
Oh, man.
and how turned on they felt upon spotting a woman's naked chest.
Yeah,
Mm.
it's the best.
Oh, yeah.
And
Sometimes I just Google image boobs.
yeah,
Not even kidding.
Turn that
I
blur
believe you.
off.
Yeah,
The
turn
two
that blur off.
groups-
No safe search. I ain't
No
no
safe
bitch.
Yeah,
search.
what are you doing?
the two groups did not differ in terms of how frequently they touched their partner's boobies during intercourse or how sexually aroused they felt when they saw naked female boobs, according to the study. In summary, men found boobs to be very scintillating, and even in a society where boobs, right, it doesn't matter the type of boobs, honestly. Men just like boobs.
Yeah.
They're the breast.
I mean, big ones, yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Little ones are like, whatever.
Well, it says here, this does not mean that bosoms are the be-all, end-all,
They are.
but it just says, when you're choosing a life partner, but it does help.
Yeah.
Now, I would love to hear from dudes that don't care about boobies. Daryl, are you not a boobie man?
Well, first of all, can I get a shout out, Pipe Man?
Yes. Right. You can.
There's the Pipe Man.
Yeah, Pipe Man.
I
There
do
is.
love. I love me some boobies. I love me.
Do you remember
Personally,
So he loves
All right.
boobs. So
Knee
I'll,
knocker.
Billy, I think you're gonna have a
Any
tough
knee
time
knockers.
getting calls from guys that aren't boob
Well, that's
guys.
why I had another question.
Okay, all right. Cool.
What was the first set of boobs you ever saw?
Grandma?
Well, I was probably about 18. She was 55.
What?
You didn't see your
Honestly,
first set of boobs till
probably
18?
What?
Dude, probably some of the best and perkiest tits I've ever
No.
seen.
Can't call them that.
Yeah.
Even though you want to.
That ain't right.
Young.
No.
Your
We're doing a
first-
show straight
your-
from a trailer park straight to YouTube.
Your first pair should not be great. Like your first pair should be your mom or your grandma. Like
Well,
my grandma had big giant
No.
gross boobs, and my mom basically just had nipples.
Well, let's do this.
It was crazy.
Let's do this.
Like she didn't even have a breast.
All right, no, the first ones you saw were your moms and your sisters, right?
What?
Or
No.
you never saw your moms?
No, never.
Okay, just
What?
your sisters.
No, never.
That's why
even
you're
seen
so
there.
weird.
You know what I think too?
What?
Because you said some of your sisters went lesbian, right? It's
Yeah,
because
for a little bit,
your
yeah.
your wiener was the first one they saw.
Huh?
What? No, they
That
never
is
seen it.
crazy. Yeah,
Yeah,
they're like,
they
I don't want
did.
nothing to
No,
do with
they-
that.
Yeah, they did.
That thing's got a wart on it.
Let me.
What?
Do they all have warts?
They do not have a wart
Looks
on
like a witch's nose.
Looks like a witch's nose. You're giving it too much credit. Witches' noses are massive.
Okay, well, it looks like.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I get what you're saying, though, with the wart.
Yeah.
Funny.
Looks like a witch's nose that's small but
Okay.
still gross.
Okay.
All right, let me take some calls on boobs. What is the first pair of boobs you ever saw next?
1-855-FU-BILLY. Back to the Billy Madison Show.
All right, big, huge study they did about why men like boobs. I'm sure women are kind of like, what is so spectacular about them? But I think women also appreciate boobs as well. I think it's universal.
Yeah.
So, yeah, men love boobs. So, my question is, if that's the case, men like boobs, what's the first pair of boobs that you saw? I would also take calls from dudes who maybe aren't really into boobs. All right,
I would love that. I don't think there are any.
Excluding family, what is the first pair of boobs you saw?
My buddy's sister.
Okay.
Like I was in 9th grade.
Damn, you made that up right now?
No, I didn't.
You were hiding in the closet?
That was the girl that gave me my first mouth hug.
Okay, and that's when you realized there was something wrong with your wiener.
That girl was like 40, right?
No, she wasn't 40. What? No.
But she knew that there was something wrong with your wiener.
No, she didn't know.
She had to know.
No, she didn't. Or she would have said
So
something.
she had a nose clip on
She
her
had to
nose?
smell it.
No, there was no smell. It was covered.
Okay.
Yeah, with,
What?
Schmegma.
disease.
It was not covered in disease.
Schmegma.
Anyways. All right, go on. All right, so that was the first pair, huh?
Yeah, that was the first
How
pair.
did she show them to you?
She said, hey, nod.
Want to check out my rack?
No.
You want to see these boobs?
No. It wasn't like that.
Want to see the movies?
No, she just took her shirt off. It was like, oh, this is amazing.
Look at this,
Say, come here, I
boobies.
got something to show you.
Okay. I don't know
Show
why.
and tell, but don't
I don't
tell.
know why she has to be like that.
Yeah. You ran really fast.
No, I never got with one.
Let's go to Tyler. What are you talking about? You never got with a woman?
You never I have a cold.
What's up, Tyler?
What?
I have the
That's
flu.
why I sound like that.
I don't
What's
think
up,
so.
Tyler?
That was my girl voice.
That was not your girl voice.
All right, first pair you saw, dude.
All right, man. So 2005, I was 9, and it was at the Ohio State Texas Longhorn tailgate. My sister got 2 of her 18-year-old friends to flash me at the same time.
Jeez. Damn. And a little 9-year-old.
9-year-old.
It was awesome, man.
So you're not traumatized by that? You haven't been in therapy?
I have not, but I love boobs. Love them.
So your
Yeah, my
sister
chick-
got her 2 hot friends that were in college to show off their knockers to you when you were 9.
Yes, sir.
I mean,
was Dad not
That's
around?
crazy.
Did she act like Dad? You know what I mean? Did she?
So,
okay, or was Dad still in the picture?
No, Dad was still in the picture. Actually, my parents, they were at the tailgate site, and me and my sister went wandering around 6th Street. It weren't her friends. It was 2 random chicks on 6th Street.
Wow,
Oh,
looking
okay.
out.
Yeah.
Yeah, dude. Yeah, she's definitely a homie. Definitely.
Yeah, that is a homie. She's looking out for you. What's your sister doing now? Nard wanted to
I
know.
feel like she's a lesbian.
And that was 20 years ago, so she's got to be all wifed up, got some kids, maybe. Bad decisions.
I bet a lot of people it's going to be their buddy's sisters and stuff. Or,
Could be.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I remember
thank
me and
you.
my buddy used to listen to his sister have sex with her boyfriend.
But wouldn't that be him listening to his sister get
Yep.
it on too?
But he's technically listening to his buddy too,
What?
What?
right?
What?
No, it was just her boyfriend.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Well,
duh.
then-
What, you thought I was listening to brother and sister do it? Is that what you were saying?
No, I was saying like I thought that was his buddy too, but
What, his sister's his buddy?
nope.
Shut the hell up.
Oh my god.
Let's go
You
to
confuse yourself.
Nope.
Like, I don't know what you want me to do about that. You confuse.
I
My
didn't.
story was very clear until
Very
you
clear.
muddied it up.
He did. He threw doo-doo on your story.
Right.
What's
No,
up?
Nard's the star.
Okay.
What's
Nard's
up?
the star.
What's up, Delgado? First set you saw.
Yo, Billy, the first one, I'm going to say, way back, I must have been about 10 years old when a swimming pool, public pool, you know, me and the guys were just messing around, but this one girl that were playing some kind of volleyball, and we were checking her out, and all of a sudden her top fell off, and it was pretty good, man, and we were just like shocked, man. We're just,
Was that the greatest day of your life?
oh yes, man, we went swimming every day after that.
So far, no boob. Like, there's not a guy's like, yeah, I'm not really a boob guy.
No.
They're all boob guys.
Yep.
Okay.
This person says you need better topics. I'm like,
Okay, go somewhere else then.
dumb stories.
Like, what are you talking about? Like, I see
Talking
streams.
about boobs.
I see streams on here all the time that are way dumber and like, give me a break.
Everybody as a guy, and that's who we're. You know, you have a set, right? Where you're like, all right, that was the first set of boobs that you saw.
Yeah.
Me and Derek, it was grandma's boobs.
Yes.
JD.
Hey, what's going on, guys? So the first pair I saw, I think it was 2015, 2014, whenever Rockfest happened. Offspring, Papa Roach, and all that. I went with my dad, and I was 14 years old. And man, like, I didn't believe my dad when he would talk about old rock concerts. You know, there was girls on top slashing everybody.
But that's what you saw. You went to Papa Roach, and they whipped out their boobs at the concert.
Yeah.
Was that the
Papa
greatest?
Roach whipped out their balls at Nard.
Yeah, they did.
Yeah.
But
That's way different.
But JD, was that the greatest father-son moment you had so far?
Yeah, my dad was drinking a beer, nodding his head, looking at me and smiling. I think that's the day he
That's
knew
my
that I
boy.
was,
Yeah, that's the day you knew that you were into women.
Yep.
Let's go to
God,
Jason.
that must be nice.
What's up, Jason?
Hey, bud. Long-time listener. My first pair of boobs that I saw was my stepsister's mom, and that's because my dad took me to go see them when she was taking a shower.
Wait, your dad took you by the hand, said, "Son, you got to be a man," and so he took you to go
Here's
see
my wife.
your stepmother's boobs.
She wasn't my stepmom. She was my stepsister's mom.
Okay.
So pretty much, he just took me. Come here. I'm going to show you something.
Yeah. All right. And so anyways.
I got hoed so bad on the dad situation.
All right. So your dad shows you these
like
knockers.
just completely hoed.
What do you think at that moment?
I wasn't thinking anything. I thought I had gotten in trouble. I'm like, what the hell did I do? And he told me, come on, get up here. And the restroom, there was a little window. And he told me, look. And I saw my first pair of boobs and the first bush that I've seen.
Okay. And what was your reaction? Did you say anything to Dad? Be like, all right, thank you for that, Dad? Or you're like, hey, Dad, you know this is weird, right, bro?
No, I was happy, man.
Happy. Okay. All right. Derek, you're saying you got hosed.
I mean,
because you only saw your mom's boobs and bush.
Not only did I not see my stepmom's boobs, but she wouldn't let my dad send me any money for groceries or anything.
Yeah, you didn't see your dad.
Yeah. So
she wouldn't even let you see the boobs. She didn't let you see your dad.
I mean, crazy.
What's up, Corey?
Crazy.
Hey, what's going on, guys? Long-time listener, first-time caller.
I appreciate it. What you got for us?
Year was 1985. I was 7 years old in elementary school. We were out for recess. Forgot my ball in the locker. Had to go back and get my locker to get the ball to play outside. Teacher apparently spilled something on her shirt. She was changing the shirt. She was covered, but they were there. And I was like, whoa, those look awesome.
Awesome. And that was that moment. You're like, I like women.
I love how every guy remembers. Like, this is like just a
Oh, yeah.
core memory.
That's
for
what I thought
every
it
guy.
was. This is a core memory, exactly.
Core
when you go
memory.
back, you remember your first set
I watched
of knockers.
Inside Out 2 this weekend.
You did?
Yeah.
So you know about
Core memories.
family, and then there's Friend Island and Family Island, and then
Yeah, I
in
didn't
the
want to get
second
into
one,
it, but I'm just
okay,
saying that's
all
where
right.
core memory came from.
Right.
You know,
Well, thank you, Corey.
it's important to those little things.
I thought for sure, and so when
We didn't have one person that's like, yeah, I'm not a boob guy.
Nope.
No,
That's really funny. Like, not one person was like, yeah, I'm not a boob guy.
This woman says, "Do
They
women
don't exist.
Do women remember their first dong?"
Oh my God, that's funny. That is funny. They have to, right?
Oh,
Or maybe that's probably not a core memory. I don't know. I
I think
don't
it
know.
rhymes with core.
Ah. Nard's like
sore
door
memory.
Is that a door memory?
Is that a more memory?
Chore memory?
I need more
Sore?
memory, Captain.
He's got plenty of sore memories.
So I wonder if all the ladies remember their first dong.
I know there's no way my mom can. There's no way. Too many.
I bet you she does.
I bet she doesn't.
I bet you she's got a.
I'm gonna have her call in. I bet she doesn't.
Get Jackie to call in.
I bet
you.
she. There's no way she can.
Yep.
There's no way.
She's
been looking at dongs since '67.
No, there was a woman in high school, and she used to pay $5 to see the dude's wiener.
It's honorable.
She had glasses and braces.
That's honorable.
And everybody avoided
Damn, was
her.
she in the bop house?
No.
Okay. Well, she had glasses and braces. I was just
She
wondering.
also had a lot of shoulders.
Damn. Okay.
So I don't know how else to describe her, but yeah, she would pay $5.
Shoulders, glasses, braces. Yes. Pretty good.
You know, a bit of a robust woman, if you will.
Robust.
I get what you're getting at.
Yeah, so she would pay $5.
Yeah.
Some guys did it.
No,
for
damn,
lunch-
Billy, how'd you get that 20?
For lunch money. No, I would never do that. That's disgusting.
Oh, okay, I got
But
you.
if
Your grandma taught you better.
If you saw her in the hallway, you'd run the other way. Be like, no.
Yeah, I'd run to get my $5.
Yeah.
What are you talking
$5.
about? $5?
No, would you have done it?
Yeah, I would
Yes,
have.
he was
Every
poorer
day.
than I was.
Every day.
Yeah.
I don't think she was paying
His
every
family
day.
used to
I
have to
think it was a
steal food.
One-time
I would
thing.
ask her when.
Right. Nard didn't have shoes.
I had
Of course he would. Of course he would do $5.
You
Yeah,
know
bare
what?
feet he was wearing.
A rope belt.
This
Yeah.
is a true story.
He had to walk 17 miles to not get educated.
Me and Derek were the first people ever in Nard's life to ever buy him socks.
Yeah.
What?
True story.
That is a true
He
story.
did not know that he needed socks with shoes. He had no idea.
What a bunch of
Look
nice
how
guys
far he's
we
come
are.
now. He's getting his hair cut.
Yep.
You know, it's crazy.
So they want to keep homeless people away from, I don't know, let's say like a Walgreens or CVS.
Yeah, they're trying.
Yeah, well, this is their plan.
Walgreens' short playlist, which includes some Bach and Rossini's William Tell Overture, is played over and over to deter loitering.
I don't know how that does that. I mean, I think
Because after a while, it drives you crazy.
it's an interesting idea. I'd like to understand what the science is behind it. Somebody's figured this out.
According to Deerfield-based Walgreens, there is no hard data behind it, but it may be working. During midday, 2 locations with the music did not have anyone loitering, while another Walgreens without the music had people hanging out.
Okay, so the homeless people hate classical music.
In a written statement, the corporation says for more than a year, it has implemented a loop of classical music at certain locations nationwide, including Chicago, and Walgreens is not alone. Opera is the genre of choice for 7-Eleven stores.
All right, so they've out of 7-Eleven stores to keep all the loitering around, they just play opera music.
There's no way that
When
works.
Chicago also plays music to deter loitering. The Chicago Coalition for the Homeless blasts the tactic used by both companies.
It's essentially treating them as less than human.
I mean, it's just classical music.
I mean, I don't know how that's going to possibly do anything.
I mean, it's classical.
Like they're
music.
homeless. They're like, oh, I don't want to hang out here. Classical music. Like, what? They're homeless.
This is this woman, she was talking about. There was this guy, he was talking about how the only one side is enforceable, right? So let's say 2 people are married.
Mhm.
Only one side, like the sex is not enforceable,
Right.
emotion, like
Of course.
love and all that stuff.
Mhm.
But the other side is enforceable, which is the monetary stuff. So really, the stuff on the woman's side is very enforceable. The stuff on the man's side is not enforceable. And so women were arguing what they have to offer to give men. And men were wondering, well, what does a man get out of a marriage? And this is what this woman had to say.
So many girls, they're expecting so much from boys, You have to be entrepreneur, you have to have a private jet, you have to buy me 1,000 roses. And what are you offering? Vagina?
She said, what, Gina?
What, Gina?
That's all you're offering?
That's it.
Oh,
If you want this guy here, you have to be also on this level.
In your relationships, how do you provide value to the relationship? Obviously, you're valuable, but how do you show that?
I think women are not doing what I'm doing. Nice words, hugs, always supporting. You can do it.
Yeah, nice words and hugs. That sounds
do
great.
it.
Right,
Oh,
she's like,
sweet.
All we're offering is vagina.
And nice words.
Nice words.
But now she's
But
offering.
they don't even do that.
They don't.
Like, give me a break. When's the last time you've been gassed up by your wife?
Well, Nard doesn't have one. You can step out of the room if you want.
Sucks to
I mean,
suck.
When's the last time your guys is?
Never.
All the time.
Never.
Okay, so it
Since
looks
the last time she whooped one of my girlfriend's asses.
Okay. And she said nice things.
But, it's been like, oh, well, I think she stopped doing it after that. 'Cause she was like, I'm no longer going to gas you up because you're a monster.
Okay. You're a monster.
And it's just like, okay, get over it. All right.
So
we
I-
moved past it, I thought. They never move past it.
Let me see here. What is this one?
It's always
If your
gone.
wife can spend more than you make, like you need to make more monies. 150.
So she's saying if your wife can spend more money than you can make, then you need to be making more money.
Oh yeah, Nard used to be with a chick like that.
So if your wife is capable of spending more money than you make, then that's your fault as a dude. You need to be making more money.
I mean,
If your wife can spend more than you make, like you need to make more monies. 150, maybe to 250,000 a year would be comfortable for sure. The more the merrier. But
300,000. Like, I guess if they made less than that, I feel like we wouldn't have the lifestyle I wanted, so I would work. Like,
Okay. So she was like, hey, man, if he's not making that kind of money, I'm not going to have the lifestyle that I want.
it's expensive. Anywhere from 70 to 100K.
I would have to say 127. $500,000.
She wants her man to make $500,000. It's literally what, in the 1% of
1%.
Is that bad?
Is that bad?
150 to a quarter
Never
of a
gonna
million.
happen.
Ideally, my husband needs to be making like 650,000.
Jeez. It's just, it's delusional at this point.
You're always delusional when you're young, though.
Yeah, but they say that women are not, they're not falling into the category of somebody that wants to get married anymore. I just read this whole article. Now, I apologize. I have the flu. I would have more energy, but my throat hurts, and every time I try to get a little bit of energy, it's like pain.
Yeah, he's like collapsing in here.
Yeah, so
I
I'm
mean,
just trying to fight through it.
It's incredible what he's doing right now, guys.
But relationship experts reveal why women are staying single and avoiding marriage. And it's having profound shift on everything. So women are realizing that protecting their peace is the #1 priority.
Yeah.
So they're afraid of losing themselves in a relationship, right? And so they're like, no, I'm not going to settle. I'm not going to self-abandon myself.
Yeah.
And so women are choosing peace over chaos, purpose over pressure, and emotional safety over surface-level connection. Instead of settling for a relationship that doesn't serve them, women would rather just wait.
Oh, that's good. Okay.
So they're walking away from marriage.
Yeah. Boo-hoo.
Think about that, Nard. It's going to be so tough for you to find a woman that wants to get
No, I
married.
don't care. He's just trying to hump.
Yeah.
Especially now. He was only trying to get married when he was a big fatty. Now he's all Ozempicked out and he's skinny. He's like, oh, don't even talk about a relationship.
You don't
I'm either
want
after
a
the
woman
cheeks-
to love you?
No, I do.
He don't care.
You don't want a woman to hug you
Shut up.
and
I'll
tell you
speak
everything's
for the
going to be
truth of
okay?
Nard.
You're not speaking for nothing.
He's
You
trying
don't
to
want
do
a
this
woman-
image
I do.
thing right
You
now.
come
He's doing
home,
this image thing.
And she's there and she's got a smile on her face. She's
Yeah,
like,
he doesn't want to
Nathaniel.
come off as a monster.
What?
But I'm telling you what the truth
There's
is.
no monster.
The truth is, Nard got skinny on Ozempic, and now he can't put the ass down.
What?
Different hoe every night.
There's no different
There's
hoe.
a different hoe every night.
What?
Drive by his house. It's off Hershey Drive on the
Okay,
east side,
what
right
are you
behind the
talking
Chick-fil-A.
What the hell?
Drive by his house. You'll see a different hoe there every night.
Well, you see a purple car, too.
Different hoe there every night.
There's no different.
He won't stop getting the cheeks.
What?
His son's like, I want to go back to mom because all you do is bring cheeks over
I don't think so.
and pound it out
What?
because you're skinny. He's a monster.
Why are you?
He only wanted to get married when he was fat.
He was fat when he got married.
He's a slut now. He's a nasty, nasty slut.
See, I always got the impression that you wanted a woman to love you.
I do.
He
But
don't.
now after hearing Derek,
No,
now
he
I
don't.
really question
I
that.
don't know why he's upset.
He only needed a woman to love him for money.
What?
And then he found Derek. Now Derek gives him money so he can just go get ass elsewhere. And he found out women are actually broke.
They are broke.
Yeah.
So they don't want to spend any money on you.
No.
No. No.
Oh, he's got nasty.
See, you got
He's doing
nasty
20.
Nard.
He's doing
What?
21-year-old stuff.
I wish.
What?
What?
I wish.
Yeah.
I thought you were looking for a nice woman. You
He's
know,
not.
a
That was
woman-
when he was fat.
a woman that you come home to and was
Nah, I
happy
ain't worried
to
about
see
that.
you.
What?
A woman to
He ain't
share
trying to
your
wipe these girls up.
That's
a
all I'm
marital
trying
bed
to-
with.
So go cry to your daddy, not to
What?
Nard.
What?
He's
Wow.
a monster,
Yeah,
bro.
that is
He's a
monster
monster.
mentality.
Oh my god.
Final Four coming into town. Oh my God, he's about to be nasty this
Oh man,
weekend.
that'd be great.
Nasty.
Yeah, that is really gross of you. All right, let me take a quick break. We got the news coming up next.
It's time.
Now it is our job to report the news.
The big-ass giant world news.
The revolution will be broadcast.
On the Billy Madison Show.
All right, let's get to the news. Let's see what's out there in the world. When a Pakistani man sold a hen. Apparently, this Pakistani man sold a hen by claiming it was a parrot.
Yeah.
He's like, no, that's a parrot.
Okay.
And the dude's like, kind of reminds me of a hen. And he's like, nah, that's a parrot. So I guess he had painted it a little bit.
Really?
Yeah.
He went that extreme, huh?
Yeah. You know, because you think like, I
What
don't
do we
know.
got to do to hustle? You know what I mean?
A parrot is pretty colorful. And they're, they have a distinct sound. It's not like,
Yeah, annoying.
But a hen sounds like, I don't know, a hen, a chicken.
Yeah, they sound funny.
But this
And
dude's
they're
like,
hilarious
no,
when
no,
they
no,
run.
no, you got to pay me. It's like, yeah, but that's a hen, sir.
Mm-hmm.
No, it's a parrot. Try to convince the person that it was a parrot.
I mean, they're distinctly different. Look, and size and
sold it for a whole lot of money.
Wow.
A Florida woman arrested after 2-year-old daughter found high.
Oh, God.
Tweaking on the meth.
Oh, no. Jeez. How
Nard, aren't you glad you grew up in the time that you grew up?
Yeah.
Think about all the times your parents would have been arrested.
What?
His dad was a cop.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know. Who do you think gets the best drugs?
I don't know.
Cops?
Yeah, that's what Nard said.
Yeah.
His
Yeah,
dad
that's
always
true.
said, you know what I mean? Some for me,
Yeah, but
some for them.
Nard's dad's like an old school cop. They would like crush the drugs like in front of you like they were hard asses.
Yeah, and then fart on your drugs.
Yeah, they'd be like, oh, yeah, we're getting this off. He was a dare dude.
Was your dad a dare guy?
Absolutely. Giant losers.
So he would always go out there and be like, I dare you.
Right.
Yeah.
Stay off drugs. I dare you.
I
And
mean,
then Nard later on would grow up to then play F the police right in his face when
Yep.
they get in a fight.
Luckily, drugs aren't that big with the kids. They're just
Yeah,
not.
I mean,
they got other things to do. The phones, as
Oh,
bad
yeah.
as the phones are, if you're on drugs,
Right.
you can't really enjoy your phone. You can't really enjoy social media. So in an effect,
yeah.
drugs and alcohol are kind of boring when you have a phone.
Right. They're straight edge dorks.
Let's see here. Texas mom arrested after son, 3, nearly strangles himself with the car's moonroof while she picked up DoorDash order.
Oh, okay.
So that wouldn't just be an accident. They're just going to straight up just arrest her.
Well, it's like negligence.
A Texas mother working as a DoorDash driver was arrested Wednesday,
I mean,
5
it's an
months
awful
after she
tragedy,
allegedly
yeah,
left
for
her
sure.
child alone in the car.
Yeah.
One of them nearly strangled himself playing with the car's moonroof.
Mm-hmm. I feel bad for her. I really do.
I mean, she had to take her kids to work because
Right.
where's the dad?
She's not out like doing drugs. She's
Yeah.
out like trying to figure out how to survive.
Where's the dad? Is dad gonna come around and maybe help
Yeah.
take care of the kids?
Yeah.
Your TV is watching you. I
Oh,
didn't know if
really?
you
Yeah,
knew
no,
that.
absolutely. Because, man, there's a weird thing. There was, me and my wife having an intimate moment, and basically she was like, yeah, make sure I don't get pregnant again, but saying it in a different way,
Yeah.
like towards the end of the
Yeah.
exchange. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And the next thing you know, boom, go to put on some YouTube. First ad I get, pregnancy tests.
Yeah.
I'm not even kidding. Haven't seen a pregnancy test ad probably ever. I'm like, oh, okay, that was okay. You guys are just like a little much about it. Were you
Well,
watching us have sex?
well, they
like,
could have
relax.
been watching, could have been hearing. Nard
Relax.
says when he has alone time, then when he watches
Right.
the TV, Beanie Weenie ads show up.
That's okay. Well, that's rude because you're saying because he has a small one.
I didn't say that.
Well, that's implied.
Nobody did that.
All right.
I am sick.
I got it.
Your TV
Do they
wants
even
your
have
data.
Beanie Weenie ads? I mean, like, not a chance they advertise.
Big.
Big, yeah, they got a big budget.
We're in a
All right.
recession.
I got it.
Beanie Weenies are about to
You're
take
right. I
over.
mean, Beanie Weenies are about to explode. Ramen has exploded.
In the streaming era, tech companies want control of all three, a setup known as the vertical integration.
Yeah.
So watch out. I mean, they're stealing all your information. But I don't
hate
even,
the streaming era.
I don't
even
even
know we're
think
streaming.
I don't even think people care.
Well, the streaming era just sucks is because, like, think about, like, you don't own anything. You're just paying to just
You're
rent it.
renting.
And then, let's just say you go through a bad time, you can't even fall back on the cool like stuff that you own because all the services get shut off because you can't pay for them.
That's why some people still buy Blu-rays.
Yeah, it's why my kid's gotten into CDs.
I can see
Even
that.
though the bands she likes sucks.
They're all rock bands,
No,
right?
I'm just kidding. They're great.
Well-
I can't wait to go see Ghost in August.
Well, you have to say that because you got all those kids that hate you now.
Oh, yeah. Right. Can't believe Trump won.
No, I mean, I can't
Oh,
believe.
God, I'm upset about it.
What a bad dad, though, to get tickets for your daughter so you guys can go have a daughter-daddy, little
My
concert
daughter
with
doesn't
dogs.
think I'm a bad guy. Her friends do.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's ballsy.
That is ballsy.
That's ballsy. You want me to bitch slap some of your parents around?
And
Honestly.
drivers risk arrest and losing license for drinking too much coffee
Mhm.
and then getting behind the wheel.
Yeah.
Did you know that you can drink too much coffee and then get, almost like a DUI while driving while under the influence?
Never had DUI.
And
I've drank lots of coffee.
Movie theaters are trying everything to bring audiences back.
Good luck.
From having pickleball.
Good luck.
To cocktail bars.
You're
to
having
even,
pickleball in a movie theater?
Well,
they're just throwing anything against the wall.
Yep.
they're even
Pretty much.
this is the one that I thought stuck out the most
What?
was that they're going to let you use your phones during the movie.
Oh,
They're going to
saying-
loosen up the
Yeah.
phone policy because people can't not look at their phones for 2 hours.
I respect them for not going out without a fight. I always do. Anything that goes out and at least attempts it, it's over. It's over. Movie theaters, it's over.
Yeah, but don't you think a movie would be more enjoyable? Well,
I don't
one,
like that it's over. I'm with you. I want to go to the theater. I still go to the theater. I'm one of the very few participants.
But would it
But
make
it's
your,
obvious that it's over.
Would it make your movie experience better if you were able to look at your phone?
I still do. What do you mean? Like I don't go in there and put my phone up? Nobody's in there. I'm playing poker.
Okay.
Like whatever. You know the kind of movies my kid wants to watch? They're dumb as hell.
I always fall asleep at the movies.
Oh my God, it's my favorite nap time.
Yeah.
And
Nap City.
The scientists say time travel is possible and people have already done it.
Prove it. Prove it.
This
You can't
was
just be talking scientists. You got to do it. You got to show us.
in Daily Mail.
Yeah,
In
take-
fact, scientists say that people
Trust me, bro.
people that are on Earth have already done it, but before you start to plan your ancient Rome trick,
Yeah.
your little trip,
Mm-hmm.
the experts caution that real time travel is nothing like you see in the movies.
I would definitely not want to go back to ancient Rome times.
No, nope.
I mean, those people had to smell like ass.
Yeah, and all their wieners are small.
And it's crazy. It's like, what do you mean? Why would I go backwards? What am I going to do? Go back to the 80s? Like, come on.
They say the 80s is the greatest decade of all time.
My
That was
ass.
pretty fun.
No, they say that is.
I mean, not with all the technology that it's. Imagine going back in time and losing some of the technology.
imagine going home and after school you're gonna watch TRL, MTV.
Yeah.
You got your action figures, movies. Some of the biggest blockbusters of all time are
Yeah.
from the 80s.
Right.
And Dave Portnoy, right?
Yes.
Delivers verdict after Barstool employee is dragged into Lily Phillips' latest shocking stunt.
Oh.
And he was accused of being one of the guys wearing a mask in line to hump her. And he had to come out and say, no, that is not him.
Right. I believe it. I
Yeah.
believe it.
All right. Well, that's it for us. See you tomorrow.